1580thefanatic.com.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He's not in today, but we got Harris Hicks in the control room. Ralph from the Weekend Warriors, rumored to be joining us later. And, of course, we got you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in our super high-tech and luxurious studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. And yesterday, we were so busy trying to talk through every single one of the NFL games that happened over the weekend.
Right.
I left a bunch of text messages just sitting right here on the board. And I hate to leave people hanging. You know how somebody comes up to you for a high five after you've made a nice basket or a touchdown? Well, not you, Harris, but other people who have succeeded. You know, you get the high five. You go for a high five and somebody doesn't high five you back. It's awkward.
Yeah. You just got to
hurtful.
leave it there and wait for him to get it back. You know, it's just, it's a terrible feeling.
23 hours later, I'm coming back to make good on your text message high five. So let's go
return it. Yep.
Before we do anything else to the text line. Just the Tip said Kyler Murray is not short, but he can now wear all the clothes his grandparents bought him when he was a kid. Well, I mean, that's always handy. You know, you don't have to keep buying new clothes.
Yeah.
The wise guy
saves a lot of money.
Says hello. Hello, wise guy.
Hello, wise guy.
Chosen one says, afternoon, gentlemen. Happy Monday. How about them Colts and Vikings spanking their opponents? Easy, moist one. King of Kitten says, I enjoyed the soothing sensation of dude wipes and medicated Gold Bond lotion.
So did the Cleveland Browns.
Power to you, King of Kittens.
Right. Power to you. Absolutely.
Big George said all sorts of stuff, and he says, how long do we give Monty Awesome Fart before demanding his head? How about Marvin Harrison Jr. before declaring him a massive draft bust? We need to clean house. Get rid of Kyler Murray. Start over. It's not working. He wants to fire people. He's not saying fire them because he knows we give him a lot of guff for saying fire everybody. But he basically just said fire all those people. First off, Marvin Harrison Jr. needs a wide receiver whisperer. I think he just needs a little bit of coaching. And maybe as they say, a come to Jesus meeting where you're like, hey, you need to start getting more aggressive, Marvin Harrison Jr. You got to get more aggressive. It's in your genealogy. So go get it, Tiger. Go get it.
Yeah, I think it's just a confidence thing with him. You can tell. Why do you think he's dropping these passes, and their focus drops too, to where you may have it, you look towards the other side and then you drop it. I think it's just he might be overthinking. That's
he might have a phobia
a little bit
balls.
Nervous.
He might be scared of them.
I don't know.
I don't know the answers. But all I know
Ralph does.
He needs to get his act together. Ralph doesn't have any answers.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the answer. I was talking about the phobia.
Oh, well, in some ways, we all have that phobia.
I guess that's true,
Lost Toby says, do you know there's a fantasy league where you get minus 100 points if your player does a backflip? I mean, that sounds awesome. Actually, that cracks me up.
Is that actually a rule?
Randy, if he had played Cam Scattaboo, would have had minus 100 points in the fantasy football if that were what we do. I like weird leagues that do weird stuff. I do. We tried to not do that too much here because people complain too much.
Yeah.
But if it was like a family league or a friend league, I'm open to those kind of crazy ideas.
Yeah. You know a rule that I like? If you start someone who isn't playing, like in advance, you get minus 100 points.
Well, you know who needs minus 100 points is Little Boogie. Little Boogie's son. I can't remember which league he's in, but he had a lineup that included Joe Burrow over the weekend. He almost won in spite of it.
You're kidding.
But yeah, clearly he was not dealing with his team. So Boogie, if you're listening, have a conversation with Little Boogie because there's nothing worse in fantasy football when somebody's not present in the game.
Right.
Win or lose, you're like, this is empty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dimeback Dude says Patrick Mahomes is ass. He's a has-been. No, he's not. I don't know what's going on with him, but it may not even be related to football, but something's off. You're right. But I'm not going to say he's done.
No,
that's a bit soon.
It's really quick to rush to that conclusion, man. He's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. I think the weapons right now that are in Kansas City, there's not a lot of guys that can beat you over the top, and they've had that quite a bit. This year, they don't seem to have that. It's a lot of dink and dunk, a lot of grind games out and win through Spagnuolo and their defense. Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, is keeping that team afloat right now. I wouldn't rush to a conclusion on Mahomes, though. There's
It's
a
not
lot of
that
game
Andy
left.
Reid is hurting them. He's the same coach. The problem is the players, again, are just, I don't know, maybe they do need some fresh blood in there. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes necessarily, but maybe they need a new quarterback coach, a new offensive coordinator. I don't know what they need, but I do know whatever's happening right now, it ain't working.
Well, you know a guy who can beat corners over the top.
Randy White.
Well, yes. I mean, he's still training for the draft. That's one of the reasons why he's out today. He went to go train for the
He told me something about he wanted to do a push-up.
Did he really?
Yeah, just one.
Just one.
And I think that's probably why he's not here.
That's probably why he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Xavier Worthy, he's a guy who can beat you over the top. Rashee Rice, he's a guy who can beat you over the top.
Not while he's suspended.
Not while he's suspended and
hurt.
not while Worthy's hurt. So I think those two, before we rush to a conclusion, say, oh, Mahomes is done. It's hard not having a receiver.
Let me address what you just said there.
Yeah.
No, Rashee Rice isn't around. Worthy not around. But Mahomes threw bad passes. He threw some bad balls. And like the one that he threw early to Travis Kelce, just like behind him and like, yeah, I don't know. I can't say that's the same thing. Boy, we just need our weapons back. No, something is up with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think the lack of trust in his receivers is causing him to overthink certain things, thus getting
Lack of
throws like
trust.
that.
That was not a lack of
receivers.
trust ball. That you saw the damn play.
I saw the play. No, I saw
that was
it.
not a lack of trust throw, unless you think, well, if I throw it where I'm supposed to,
Yeah.
then that guy's getting intercepted. So I'll just
Well, he threw it inaccurately, but a lot of great quarterbacks have done that before. I think the reason why he threw it inaccurately is just a result of him not having any rhythm because he doesn't trust in his receivers right now.
I'm not going to say Patrick
That's what I
Mahomes is a has-been or he's
Absolutely
done.
not. No.
I'm going to say is there's something off. There is something wrong.
Yeah.
That whole thing was not Travis Kelce's fault.
No.
Maybe he was not where he was supposed to be on a play, and that's why Andy Reid was giving him some guff and gave him a little chest bump. That's all love. That's not a problem. And all the Swifties are like, oh, I wonder how he really is. It's like, come on, don't be stupid. This is just a moment, and that's just how they are. Even Andy Reid was like, dude's Irish. Okay. So it's not about Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's numbers are dependent on Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
And yes, Travis Kelce has had a drop, maybe two. But the rest of the time, that was on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think this is a time to buy low on Kansas City.
Mhm.
Like, I think when Worthy and Rice come back, this is going to be an entirely different looking offense because you got dudes that can beat you over the top, and you're going to make those safeties. Really think about playing a cover 2, heck, even cover 3 instead of a cover 1.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, I know you always say nobody cares about your fantasy football, but I do want to say I got 56 points from my kicker and my defense yesterday. Pretty much guaranteed my victory this week.
Wow.
Yeah, the Vikings had 35 points.
Defense.
I'm not sure who your kicker was, but I remember hearing a kicker had like a 25-point day. So, yeah, congratulations on that, Swazman. That's worth bragging about.
Yeah, that is worth bragging about. You never hear that.
Okay, so that takes care of the texts that were sitting on the board yesterday. Now we're piling up some for today, but let's jump into this thing the way we usually do. Let's start the show with what today is. Today is National Ice Cream Cone Day. So,
is it?
So what kind of cone do you like? Do you like the waffle cone, the cake cone, the crispy cone, sugar cone? What kind of cone do you like for your ice cream?
Either. All of them. Waffle cone, probably number 1, but I'm more of a bowl guy than a cone guy, to be honest with you. What about you?
Eat the bowl? You freak.
What about you?
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
Yep. Okay.
As long as I get some ice cream, I'm happy. And if there's a cone to eat after, I love, dishes you can eat. Like I love a taco salad because I'm eating the bowl. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like that soup they serve, sometimes it comes in a bowl. Like I'm eating the bowl, and so eating the cone, which is just like a holder. It's like eating a cup.
Right.
Moist One says, I like it in a parking cone. That's a lot of ice cream. You just became diabetic if you ever actually try that.
A parking cone. Oh.
So yeah, it's National Ice Cream Cone Day. So go on over to Dairy Queen, get yourself a cone or something.
I couldn't get over when I was, doing the callers the other day,
Mhm.
and I was getting a bunch of different people, and I just hear this really mysterious voice, "Hey, Stud Muffin," and I was like, "Who is that?" Oh, I know
You
who
knew
you are.
immediately who that was.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of answering the phones, today we will be giving everybody a chance
Oh yeah.
to go to the extra innings. It's the cowboy country music version of the Innings Festival the following weekend. So be listening for your chance. It's going to be the same thing. Ow, ow, ow. When it, that's not it. That was me explaining how it works. When
Yep.
you hear that, Harris, I'm going to let you pick the number. We've been doing day of the week, but now we're getting into the 20s. I just figured I'm going to be nice. Remember, it's got to take about a minute so other people have a chance too that are
Right.
listening online because of the delay of the stream and stuff.
Yep.
So make it over, say 10.
Okay.
So you choose.
I choose right now. I'm gonna say caller. We'll do 11.
Wow, that was imaginative. Thank you. Well done. All right. So when you hear the cue to call in and win, be the 11th caller at 888-368-1580, and you'll win a pair of passes for the extra innings country music hoedown version of the Innings Fest.
So I was actually gonna do caller 1, and then you were like, "You need to make it over 10," and I was like, "Oh, dang it!" I just thought
We've
it would
never done caller 1.
Be...
Usually we've always done like caller 3 or 4, but I'm
Sure.
just being nice to the people I know are listening online.
Yep.
Okay. So I got to go look up I don't like country music personally.
I know.
So
you
I got to
don't.
look up who's playing there.
Okay.
I don't remember. I remember Blink 182 and 21 Pilots and Mumford and Sons and Cage the Elephant and Sublime and a whole bunch more of those bands that are
Yeah.
performing the weekend that I care about.
Yep.
Country music is not my thing. So you can be the ambassador, Harris, to the country music side. Here, I'll put this up and we will discuss. Luke Bryan, Dierks Bentley, Kane Brown, and Hardy. So that's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
There is no shows on Sunday because that is the Lord's Day. And people who are country music fans are all decisively churchgoers.
Yeah, this is true.
It's just a fact.
Yep, it's a fact.
Some other names. The only name I recognize, Shabuzi. He's on Saturday. So is Jesse Murphy, 49 Winchester, Noah Line Hoffman, Colby Cuff, Lacey K. Booth, and Cole Phillips. But on Saturday, Brothers Osborne, Muscadine Bloodline. I'm sure I'm pronouncing something wrong.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels, because why not? Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors,
Yep.
the Broody Brothers, Lola Kirky, and Ian Harrison. Did you recognize any of that?
Yeah. Drew Holcomb, I recognize. 49 Winchester, good band. I really like 49 Winchester.
What song do they do?
Actually, I'm trying to think of what their best songs are. Drew Holcomb has this like classical song, Tennessee, that he does that I just freaking love. So
Of course, it's about Tennessee.
yeah. Yep.
But
So I
listen,
think
the
that's
part
good
of the thing
songs.
about the Innings Festival, whether it is on the weekend before or
Cole
for this
Phillips.
weekend, which, by the way, February 27th and 28th at Tempe Beach Park and Arts Park, is also appearances by a bunch of Major League Baseball legends. Off the Mound featuring Ryan Dempster. You got All-Star Baseball Jam hosted by Jake Peavy, Darryl Strawberry, Jermaine Dye, Brett Boone, Johnny Gomes, Kerry Wood, Jake Peavy, Cliff Floyd, JT Snow, Tim Salmon, Kenny Lofton, Dontrell Willis, and Matt Williams. All those guys right there. So that's a big deal if you're a baseball fan, and it's a big weekend if you're a country music fan. Either way, be listening for your chance to win. And yes, Bruno Ballers, I did say Brett Michaels, the guy from Poison, is performing on Country Music Day.
I know Bruno Barr will love that. No question about that.
I've just learned a long time ago, stop asking questions. So I'm not even going to ask the question. Just going to just let it be. And I think you should do the same, Bruno Baller.
There
I
you
just think
go.
you should do the same.
Yeah.
So, all right, be listening for your chance to call in and win here on 1580, The Fanatic. Get me that clip later.
Okay. I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'm going to mark it down.
Oh, by the way, are we still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
Okay, because according to some Christians on TikTok, today was the day the world ends.
I had a friend text me about that,
people are
say-
quitting their jobs, selling their cars, and they're like, well, why would you need to sell your car before the rapture? I mean, do you get to take the cash with you? I'm thinking you don't. Or you don't want to get stuck with a title for a Toyota Prius. Like where do I put this? Well, you put that in your box of shame. That's where you put that.
I had a friend text me about it. He's like, why does everyone think the rapture is going to happen today? And I was like, what? Like,
What
didn't
if
even
it
hear
did,
that.
Harris, and you're still here? Oh, you did naughty. You did a naughty.
There's a lot of theological stuff that goes into it, Jeffrey. But I think it was some preacher in South Africa I read that said it was going to happen. This has happened before, to where people have tried to predict it and nothing has happened. Hey, I
Mhm.
do believe Jesus is coming one day. I just don't
And
know what
he's-
day it's going to be.
So everybody look busy.
You
Just
don't have to look busy, Jeffrey.
I'm just saying. No,
have to
just be
look
like, you don't want to be the guy sitting there. Oh, what have you been doing? You know. You already know. By the way, America now has a brand new reason to be embarrassed. Top selling beer in the country right now is Michelob Ultra.
Oh, that's not surprising. That's not surprising. I mean, the driest, just your basic thing. It gets the job done in any circumstance. That's how I would define it. It's not anything to write home about, but it gets the job done.
Also, I just learned this. You know how you go to the Chinese restaurants? Now, I have my go-to to assess a new Chinese restaurant, right?
Okay.
I like to go in there and I'll have give me a beef and broccoli. And they give me the beef and broccoli. And I'm like, I can tell by the sauce they use and the taste of everything. Okay, is this a place I want to keep eating at or not?
Yep.
Some people love the orange chicken.
Oh, I love orange chicken, man. That's my go-to.
Turns out it's not even really a Chinese dish. You won't
What?
find it if you go to China. If you visit
Okay.
China for some reason, which I can't imagine why, Harris, but you say, I like some orange chicken. They're going to look at you like they're actually going to picture an orange chicken walking across the road.
You're joking.
It's not Chinese. It was invented by Panda Express in 1987. It's a variation of General Tso's chicken. It's another dish you won't find in China because that was also Americanized mutations of sweet and sour chicken, which does exist in China. So if you go to China, ask for the sweet and sour chicken. Don't say orange chicken or General Tso. They're going to be like, the hell is wrong with you?
First off, I didn't know orange chicken was that young. Like, that's crazy. Only
1987.
1987. And second off, what? So we just took sweet and sour chicken and just
Mutated it.
Americanized it,
Mutated
corporized
it to more tasty for us Americans.
That's what we do.
Walter Mellon says people like Michelob Ultra because low carbs, not because it tastes good.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Everybody always says, oh, it's an acquired taste. I'm like, if it's an acquired taste, why bother? Why am I forcing myself to like something if I don't immediately like it? I've never understood that. If I take, okay, don't ever come near me with that again. I'm not acquiring a taste for that. I refuse. Swazman says, Jeffrey, I think French fries were invented by a guy from Texas, not France. I think you probably just called them French fries to make it seem international in ooh, French. But
I'm
now
fact checking that.
a bunch of people don't like the French, and it's like, give me some freedom fries. Clammy Goose says, Harris, with all his Tennessee, have you ever brought the crew a gallon or two of Tennessee moonshine?
No, I haven't.
I feel like it's illegal to transport that across state lines.
Nah.
Have your dad FedEx some.
I could do Tennessee whiskey too.
We could use some.
Dad could FedEx him.
Heavy Metal Maniac, that might be against the law, though. Heavy Metal Maniac says, since I know my team ain't going to be in the playoffs as of this time of the year, looks like I'm going to have to jump on the Cardinals bandwagon. He's a Cowboys fan, and he's already realized that the Cowboys are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah.
He says, I need a team somewhere. Stupid Cowboys suck again. Sorry, Heavy Metal Maniacs.
Yeah.
I understand your pain. I'm just not feeling it this year. Go Colts.
We'll get to the Cowboys. There's
Okay.
a lot of issues.
And first off,
Issues.
I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done what?
We're not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Oh,
with
about the
the Colts.
Colts?
If they beat the Rams, I'll feel more like they're for real. If they don't beat the Rams, I will not feel like they're for real unless they beat another really good team. I mean, you're not going to win every game against a good team. Look what happened to the Ravens last night. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So you can't say they're not a good team. They just ran into a team that, I mean, that was back and forth all night. It was just a matter of who was going to score last, not who's going to score more.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens. But as of now, I withdraw my earlier, posturing and happiness about my Indianapolis Colts.
It's too late. I already quoted it.
I'm
already
just
gonna
going to
get
go ahead and
already
wait
gonna
and
be
see what
posted.
happens against the Rams.
Already gonna be
Swuzman
posted.
says, I know, Jeffrey, I think the Rams started out 0-4 last year. Then they almost beat Philly in Philly.
Yeah, they struggled towards the beginning of last year. True.
That's why I'm a little bit worried about them. All right, tons of text sitting here on the text line. We're ready to jump in and start talking sports and stuff. So come on back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
My name is Mary Grace. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's in 2017, and 2 months after losing her, my dad was diagnosed. The earlier the diagnosis you have, the more time you have with your loved one. With my dad, now that I know what's coming, I'm able to create memories not only for him, but for myself. So when he can't remember, I'll remember for him.
For more information, contact us at alz.org or through the 24/7 helpline at 800-272-3900. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
If you're running late to work, speeding may seem like the faster option, but it can actually slow you down. Speeding puts you, your loved ones, and everyone else on the road at risk. It's a dangerous habit that can lead to crashes, fines, and even fatalities. Remember, speeding makes it harder to stop quickly for pedestrians, road crews, or even the unexpected. Speeding is illegal. Slowing down saves lives. For more information, visit slowdown.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend.
October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing
At Phoenix Raceway.
October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more.
Don't miss the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway.
Get your tickets now.
Weekdays at 6 a.m., broadcast veterans Dave Ross and Jensen Lewis share their insights, break down games, and analyze the data to give you an edge. By the Books takes you inside the numbers, showing you what you should look for to help you make the most of your sports betting decisions. By the Books with Dave Ross and Jensen Lewis. Weekday mornings at 6 a.m. on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And so, Harris, are you feeling hungry right now?
Yes.
Feel a little peckish? I know how to cure that. You think I'm sending you over a bunch of food. That's not what I'm doing. I'm going to spoil your appetite. Are you ready to have your appetite spoiled? This will help get you through the show.
Okay.
The Miami Dolphins rivalry. Oh, look at this. This is what they're wearing on Monday Night Football versus the Jets. Look at that.
Wait, you
Isn't
hate that?
Oh, it's horrible. It's almost as bad as the Seattle Seahawks. That teal and the way they have red, it's a mess. That is a mess.
I'm going to have to disagree. I love that. I think it's a cool looking uniform.
Your girlfriend and I agree on one thing. You have no taste. The only taste you have is in your mouth, because that is a horrific looking set of colors all mashed together. I'm curious what Fish Tank thinks, but I'm saying it's just this far shy of a Seattle Seahawks, neon highlighter green.
Kind of does have that touch to it. And yeah, you and my girlfriend would agree on that I have no taste.
Oh, you're seeing my my Twitter screen. Stay out of my messages. You know what? I'm just going to close this off. 888-368-1580. There's nothing in there but like Hefty Lefty sending me funny stuff and, stuff like that.
He's a funny guy.
Nothing that interesting in mind, but
yeah.
888-368-1580. Dirty Bird says, something tells me Harris is an IPA guy. Maybe it's the stash.
Nah, I'm not an IPA guy.
He's not even a drinker, really.
I don't really.
If you're honest.
No, yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm a really selective drinker. Only on like really special occasions.
Bruno Baller says, is the Jack Daniels headquarters in Tennessee? That was in Kentucky.
What
am I thinking?
I don't know if I think it's in Tennessee.
Yeah, you might be right.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Walter Mellon says, I drink Modelo Special in glass bottles and Guinness when it's on tap myself. That's cool, man. I've had a Modelo. I've had the Negro. It's very nice. It's very nice. And Harris, with your accent, don't you ever try to say that beer. 888-368-1580. Ringless Joe says, the words of Marty Schottenheimer were echoing in Cleveland on Sunday. There's a gleam, men. There's a gleam. Let's get to the gleam.
I don't know quite what he's referring to, but I'm assuming he's talking about the Browns win over the Packers, right?
I guess, but Ringless Joe is a Detroit Lions fan. You got to be pretty happy about how things went last night, Ringless Joe.
He's got to be happy. I mean, it was a great effort for Detroit and a Baltimore team that I leave feeling a little bit concerned about, because you look at points allowed these first 3 weeks of the season, Jeffrey. The only defense that has allowed more points than the Baltimore Ravens is the Miami Dolphins.
Oof.
Even the Tennessee Titans have allowed less points per game than the Ravens. 32
well, the
points
Colts
per game
are just
allowed.
beating up on your Titans. We got bored.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of other teams have gotten bored. That has been evident. So 32 points per game allowed for the Baltimore Ravens. I came into this thinking, okay, they got a good D coordinator in year 2. They got some dudes in their secondary to help out. They're going to be just fine there, but they've had trouble getting to the quarterback, and that's left this secondary in some really, really vulnerable spots. I mean, but also Detroit, 224 yards rushing on 6 yards per carry, Jeffrey. It doesn't matter in the NFL what you do. If you get beat in the trenches like that, it's hard to win football games.
Last night was a fun game to watch. We'll get more in depth on that a little bit later.
Oh, yeah.
Navy Brad says, good afternoon, everyone. I'll say the era of Kyler Murray is done, as well as Marvin Harrison Jr. My fantasy team won with 173 points. Well, congratulations on that.
Good week there.
The two do not seem like they have anything to do with each other, but Kyler Murray, I've just was never a fan of before, during, and I probably after. But Marvin Harrison Jr., I hope they can salvage that. But speaking of fantasy football points, let's go ahead and get the stats on week 2 of the NFL here on the Daily Blender. The Harmon Solar fan pick'em picks went like this. I got 9. I have 33. Randy White got 9. He has 33. Harris Hicks got 9. He has 20 because he forgot to do his picks one day. You are 13 back. And Ralph, he got 11. And he now has 33. So it's a 3-way tie for number 1. And here's the thing, Harris, don't even worry about it. Every year this happens. Every year I have a rough couple of weeks, right? And then Ralph starts to crow. I'm going to win it this year. And then next thing you know, I'm off and running. So don't worry. The universe will right itself. And I'm going to curb stomp Ralph when it comes to the pick contest.
Because I don't know what would happen to the universe if Ralph won.
I know.
It's just,
it was bad enough when he won the Premier League last year.
Yeah. You can't let the villain get control of the wheel.
So our weekly winner in the Harmon Solar Fan Pick'em contest, Motions 11, he got 13 right. Good job, because that was as high as anybody got. It was a rough week for a lot of people in picks.
It was just a crazy week, though. like the Browns beating the Packers and the amount of field goals.
I'd say upsets if we knew enough yet to call them that.
Yeah, like last second field goals. A lot of people were
That
picking
was
the
the thing.
Raiders. Yeah, a lot of people picking the Raiders because the Commanders were without Jaden Daniels and a lot
Yep.
of other people
Yep.
too.
Yep.
And just a lot of chaos that ensured. Minnesota beating the crap out of Cincinnati. People didn't see that coming. Just Carolina
we learned
winning.
a lot.
We did.
We learned a lot about these teams, stuff that maybe we didn't understand before.
Yeah.
We learned.
Yep.
By the way, I apologize for the dog who's screaming in the background. I don't know if you can hear that, but Bebo had another one of his seizures earlier, so he's kind of out of sorts. He's just kind of walking around, not sure what to do with himself.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's just me and him in the house until 5 or 10 minutes from now. So sorry. I'm not punishing him. I'm not Tom Bradying him. You hear that? Everybody got upset because Tom Brady was like, he made a reference because when we were kids, it was like, you get upset at work, you go home and kick the dog. You take it out on the dog, and that's just a figure of speech. Tom Brady does not kick his dogs. I've seen pictures of him with a little dog and I've seen him with a big dog, and he's very nice to both dogs. It was just a figure of speech from back when we were kids that you'd hear people say. So he's like, yeah, he's in a bad mood. He's grumpy. Go home and kick the dog. And nobody actually did it. And if you did, you probably got arrested because people don't like to see you kick dogs.
Right.
Cats, however, launch that thing through the uprights. No problem.
And they'll land it. That's the thing about cats too. They'll land it. They don't care about you. Cats are.
Sorry, I just
they're
imagine
independent.
kicking a cat
Kicking
through a
cat.
field goal.
Kind of like that scene in Anchorman, but with a cat. Yeah.
Head and tail over in.
Right. Just going down the river.
Of course, nowadays, if you get a video of that on Instagram, it'll land, jump up, and then it'll do one of these. I love those videos, but man,
They're everywhere.
Now there's too many, and it's like, okay, it's less funny now. We can stop. Let's see. Yes, Swazman says, Jeffrey, back in the day in Tampa, Florida, I worked at Busch Garden. Anheuser-Busch used to give us 2 free cases a month of Michelob Dark, a dark lager. It was very good and was not heavy. I did not know that. I didn't even know they had one. I'll stick with Guinness. Thanks, though. Bruno Baller says, I just looked it up. Jack Daniels headquarters is in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Lynchburg, Tennessee, yeah.
Fair enough. Baker's Cocky Hen says, hey, remember last week I benched Lamar and lost? Well, last night Lamar got me 35.9 points and I won by 5. See? Even Baker's Cocky Hens can learn.
Never bench Lamar in fantasy unless if you somehow have Josh Allen on your roster. Other than that.
So the phrase always was from fantasy girl Rosalie Michaels when she was with us. Oh, she's not dead. She's just always on vacation and traveling with her husband.
Yep. Okay.
She's doing actress spokesmodel stuff. Anyway, so she'd always say, and I was always uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
She'd say, start your studs. And I'm like, I just don't think I want to call another man a stud. It's just me.
Right.
So I say, start your stars. Always start your stars. So when DeAndre Swift was healthy, I put him in, even though it was a nagging thing where I was like, yeah, that quad strain though. But still, he got like 11 points. I still lost my fantasy football by a lot. I had the lowest score in the Premier League this week. Just everybody let me down.
Me too. In some leagues, man. I had Brian Thomas and I had Saquon. And I had Michael Penix in one league. Oh my gosh!
Sometimes that just happens. You got all these stars, and they have an off day, and just
highest
happens.
score in the league coming into the week, and then I just lay an egg against Ralph of all people.
Let's see. Dirty Bird says Scadaboo dropped 25 points. Might be time to start him.
Oh yeah, I think it is time to start him,
especially with the injuries. We'll get more into that a little bit later on, but absolutely, poor Randy had him on his bench.
Oh, well, at least Randy has him. He's going to be great for the rest of the season.
Randy has a crazy stable of running backs. I mean,
Randy's
my
gotta
gosh.
get himself a good team, Jeff.
I went over and I took a look at, I was trying to see how everybody else was doing since I was in misery. And I like to see the other hosts of the Blender do well. And I was kind of hoping that Ralph wouldn't, but Harris couldn't come through for me on that, could you?
I couldn't, man. I couldn't.
But Randy, he lost his game. But he had Montgomery running back for Detroit, 31.4 points.
Yeah, some touchdowns.
Derrick Henry, who should have been huge, but only 12.7 points. And then, yes, he has Cam Scadaboo on his bench. He had tons of points on his bench. Poor Randy. I mean, he has a great team. He's just got to get the right lineup. That's all.
Right. He'll get it. He'll get it. He underestimates himself, Jeffrey. He always does.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, hey, I'm going to be selling beer at Cardinal Stadium this Thursday. If you're coming to the game, come find me. I'll be near section 136. I'll also be walking in the stands in that area to sell beer during the game. So don't forget to tip your beer vendor. That's right, Heavy Metal Maniacs. Always tip the vendor. Just don't knock him all the way over. Am I right? Oh, by the way, your current leader in the clubhouse for the Harmon Solar NFL fan pick'em picks, Bite My Kebab. He's got 41, and he is all alone in first place.
Wow.
Closest to him, 3 points back. It's a three-way tie for second. Reno 911, Navy Devil, and Husker. So that is pretty good. 38, and I'm all the way back here at 33. I got work to do.
Yeah, so do I. I'm at what, 20?
So here's the highest score for anybody in Daily Blender Fantasy Football this week.
Yeah.
Team Arizona Badgers in League 10, 192.9 points.
Ooh.
There's only a couple other teams that were even close to that. It was a rough week for a lot of people in fantasy football.
Yeah, a lot of
But
defense.
this dude, to give you an idea who he's got, Baker Mayfield, okay, Jonathan Taylor, he has Amon-Ra St. Brown, Smith and Jigba, he's got Garrett Wilson, he had the Minnesota defense. So he had a solid team to get him to 192. So
yeah, you have the
congratulations.
Vikings defense. I mean, you're like pretty much 90% chance to win the matchup, regardless of how it goes.
That was just nuts.
Yeah, that was nuts. Bengals just, whoop, here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
All right, let's clean up this text line. T-Licious says, happy Tuesday, fellas. After next week, Giants might be 1-3, but so will the Chiefs or Ravens. And that is insane. It is insane to see the Ravens sitting there at 1-3. That is a good team. That is still a good team. I just think the Detroit Lions showed up with a better team and more defense and more weapons. I mean, what a solid team the Lions looked like last night. First game of the season, it was rough. And I think maybe it was just those coordinators sort of getting into their groove.
Yeah.
I don't think they had anybody come or go from injury that would have made that difference. And so here we are now. The Lions look like what we were hoping they would look like. And I guess their new coordinators are coordinating the hell out of it now.
Yeah, this division looks like a two-headed race between Detroit and Green Bay. We didn't know what we were going to get from Minnesota and Chicago. And I know Chicago had a good performance against Dallas. I took away thinking, oh my goodness, Dallas's secondary has problems. Then Chicago looks great. But Detroit and Green Bay right now, I know Green Bay lost to Cleveland, but Cleveland's got a better defense than people think. This Detroit-Green Bay divisional race here is compelling because both of those teams could be the two best teams in the NFC right now in one division. So
I think it'll be a couple more weeks before we have an absolute clear picture of what is what, because some of this can still be misleading. Again, how many games have we had? Three. Let's just see. All right, T-Licious. Walter Mellon says, can we do an award for whoever gets the least amount of picks right? I would like to win a week once. Well, Walter Mellon, we tried that, and we were going to give them a giant check at their work to embarrass them for like $1.93.
That's funny.
Then you realize people just walk off and give up. Then it's like, well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
So it would have to be somebody who actually tried and failed, and we just don't have the kind of time to figure that stuff out.
Nah, we don't.
Clammy Goose says Indiana and Maryland both 4-0. Both surprising starts, but which one is serious? Which one's most likely a fluke?
Maryland, we don't know about. The Maryland does have a true freshman quarterback or a freshman quarterback starting in Malik Washington. They haven't necessarily been tested. They've played Wisconsin, Towson, Northern Illinois, and Florida Atlantic. Indiana, however, is absolutely legit. I think
How dare
that's
you
a
come in here
playoff
talking college football when we're trying to talk NFL?
team. Indiana, I think, is legit, man. Did you get a chance to see that game, Jeffrey? They beat
No.
Illinois 65-10.
I watched the ASU
56
game.
to 10.
That's what I watched.
Watch the
That's
ASU
it.
game.
That's all I watched.
Indiana beat the brakes off of Illinois. It was a convincing performance. Maybe the best performance of anyone
All
this
right,
season.
well, slow down, Junior. Let's talk
Okay,
college
okay.
football a little bit later. I'll
All
let
right.
you have your time.
All right. Okay.
I'll let you have your moment. But right now, I got a full text line, and we're still just trying to get into the show. We're 40 minutes in, and I haven't even actually started this thing. So let's come on back, clean it up, and get it going. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Listen to our live stream on your phone
Stand by. We're coming to you live
at 1580thefanatic.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival with performances by
Blink 182, 21 Pilots, Mumford & Sons, Cage the Elephant, Sublime, and many more.
February 20th through the 22nd at Tempe Beach Park. Listen for this sound to win your way in. Ow! Ow! On the Daily Blender, weekdays 3 till 6. You can also score your own tickets now at inningsfestival.com/innings. Innings Festival, February 20th through the 22nd, Tempe Beach Park.
Lost your health insurance? There are options to help you stay covered. Choices include Medicaid, individual and families, Medicare, and group plans. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona is a local nonprofit health insurance company that can help you understand your options, no matter who you choose. Stay covered, Arizona. We've got your back. Learn more at azblue.com/options or call 1-844-584-BLUE. This message is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval, not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends September 30th, 2025.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
We talk sports. 1580 The Fanatic.
Today Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Sluzzman says, Jeffrey, Rosalie Michaels is right. I always call it my core four. By the way, did you get my text about 56 points? Yes, dude, I read that earlier. Beer Bob says, sometimes just who you play, unfortunately. I had Connor go out for me.
Yeah.
Thomas was dropping everything in sight, and I ended up with my third lowest score of the league. And somehow, though, I still won my game.
I had Connor and Thomas too, so I relate. Brian Thomas has got kind of the yips right now. I don't know if you saw that Jacksonville game, but a lot of freaking drops in that game.
I am
from
the
Jags.
Ravens.
You're what?
I am the Ravens of the Premier League.
What do you mean you're the Ravens?
I'm 1-2, but my team is far better than that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah, I think that's actually really accurate comparison.
And also accurate, I ain't winning nothing this year. Average Joe says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I am so sick of everybody blaming Petzig for this offense. Same people who said fire Cliff Kingsbury. Guess what? He made Jaden Daniels look like an MVP.
Yeah,
Kyler is the issue. Yeah, there were drops, but I think he's the reason the calls don't look right. He's not reading the field.
Yeah, some of those throws from Kyler to Marvin Harrison, you look back and watch it, they were really good throws. Marv just dropped them. He would be Marvin Harrison Jr. would be the first to say it, that was on him. To blame Kyler for it, I think is a bit premature because you go back and watch it and the film doesn't lie. He threw some throws that were right there. And Marv just didn't hang on.
Do you see the video of him sitting on the bench pouting again?
Kyler Murray or Marvin Harrison? I didn't
No,
see it, actually.
Kyler.
No.
Kyler. Instead of rah-rahing the boys, he just sat there.
What do you think, Jeffrey? You think they should stay with Kyler?
No, I don't thought they should have drafted him.
Really?
They should have moved on already. They should have never paid him what they did. They should have let him move on at that moment.
Yeah.
I honestly don't get it. I have said it before he was drafted, during the draft, after the draft, even after that season where they're like, "Oh, the Cardinals are really good." I'm like, "Yeah, but watch." And it became true that this is not a team that is going to win much of anything. And it's sad for me because my wife is a Cardinals fan. My friend Randy is a Cardinals fan. I want to see them do well, not better than my Colts, but well. And it just hasn't happened. And it certainly is not going to happen as long as Kyler Murray is the quarterback. Can you blame him for everything? No. Is there enough wrong there? Yes. I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, the defense has looked really good, so that's a positive. But the Cardinals are in an area I like to call no man's land. And that's where you're not necessarily thinking Super Bowl. You're not thinking tank. And so they're too good to tank for a quarterback because that defense is good. They've got some players around Kyler, but they're not good enough to go out and win a Super Bowl. So they're in kind of no man's land now.
Until they
Just
get a
kinda
different
gliding.
bit of personnel
Yeah.
on that team, it will never be better than this.
Right.
This is what it has been before. It
Yeah.
is what it'll be from now on until something changes. I'm curious to hear Kyler Murray say what needs to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If he says the politically correct thing where he's like, well, it's about me. Well, then why haven't you done it? Why are we paying you so much money to watch you just not do it? Anything else you say, okay, let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
But so far, there are no answers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just the Tip says Jack Daniels and Evan Williams are the two remaining wholly USA owned and operated whiskey distillers outside of small batch boutique distillers. There you go.
There you go.
T-Lisha says the Chefs and Ravens play each other next week.
Yeah.
And the Giants play the Saints. Well, okay, easy win for the Giants. Probably going to be an easy win for the Ravens.
Is that an easy win for the Giants?
I think so.
I don't want to say easy win. I think that's a 50-50 game.
They're going to hand it to Scadaboo.
They probably are.
What can the Saints even do to stop the run? There's going to be a lot of Scadaboo in that game.
He might get 30 carries in that game.
He's going to win the game for them.
He is going to get a lion's share of a workload in that game because there's not going to be many points scored. That is not going to be a shootout. Those teams are going to be running the ball like crazy. And the Giants was starting Jackson Dart.
Right. As I was going to say, now they're starting a rookie quarterback. Handoffs are going to be aplenty.
Huge.
They're not going to unleash this kid to prove anything. No. It's going to be Cam Scadaboo's game to win or lose. And you know, he can do it behind that O-line.
He can.
Ringless Joe says, my Lions look dominant, ready to snatch back the division from them cheese heads. There you are, Ringless Joe.
There you are. Yeah, it's possible, man. The Lions look freaking good right now. And that personnel, regardless of who's at coordinator, is just too good for them to die. Like, they are complete. They have the most complete roster in the NFL, you could say. Them or Philadelphia, but Philly's got issues at corner right now. The Lions, man, running back, strong. Receiver, strong. O-line, strong. Goff is good. Front seven is great. Defensive backs look pretty adequate. Not really a clear weakness on that team, Jeffrey.
Sharp Cat says, so I have me driving on Saturday and I turned on the Weekend Warriors. Question, is that hat at least a 15-yard penalty?
For me or for Ralph?
Well, obviously for you. You're wearing another hat that is way too big for your head. I mean, it's a Callaway, so yeah, okay, props to the golf, but yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. When I wear hats on here, they look so big.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because you have a teeny little head.
I do have a tiny head.
And by the way,
tiny head.
Hat, not a 15-yard penalty. Mustache, might be. It just might be. I can't lie. Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. The challenge with Kyler is his contract. I believe he has 2 years left and over $50 million a year. Who's going to take that with his current performance? This is a decision that they're going to have to make to just move on regardless of contract. Some other teams have done it. Sometimes that's just what you've got to do. Back when he signed that original contract, the big contract, I was screaming, please don't do this. Please move on. Please. Yeah. Nobody listens to me, Chosen One.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
It's really bad for a radio guy to say on air. Nobody listens to me. I'm so sad.
Oh, that is.
If that were true, I wouldn't be reading all these damn texts. I'd be actually doing the show I have planned, sitting here for the last hour.
This is true. Hey, so he brought up Kyler Murray. Do you have an idea of any team that could trade for him? I think the Browns could.
The Browns throw away money like nobody's business, just trying to figure something out at quarterback. So that is their MO. I don't know how much more they can do that and still fit the cap. They got any space for a $50 million a year quarterback?
They're going to have to move some things around, but
they have nothing we want.
They will have space. The Cleveland? Cleveland on defense has been making good picks. Like Mason Graham looks awesome. They've got some dudes on that front seven. That Browns defense is better than people think. That's a good defense. And they're not being put in good spots either. So I feel like the Cardinals could use a little something from Cleveland. And the Browns,
you're missing the point. You need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They do not have anything to trade.
Well, maybe they trade for a draft pick or something. And they go out and get, I don't know, one of these rookies in the draft, which who knows what that's going to look like. I mean, that's a whole nother story in itself. We thought we had the deepest QB class ever. None of them have looked like that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Random Texter says, you hear a lot of people say that the quarterback on a team makes everyone around him better. Do you think that case of Kyler Murray making everyone else around him maybe worse, i.e. Harrison Jr.? Listen, the attitude and the way things go, I don't see the rah-rah, because I remember hearing what Pittman had looked over and said about the Tennessee Titans. Boy, they don't look pepped up. They don't look like they're here to play.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just the feeling you get from the Cardinals. They come out kind of mellow, don't they? They come out kind of bit like, well, we're here to do business. And maybe they don't have that sort of inspiration. And I'm not on the inside. I don't know what these guys are doing, but all I can do is tell you what I see on the field. And when the cameras hit the sidelines, what I'm seeing there. And what I'm seeing there is just a lot of, hey, we're winning, great, yay. And if there's any adverse situation, suddenly they're all.
Offensively, yes, there's some truth to that. They've looked just stale, dull, I would describe it as. But they need some more out of that receiving core. I don't blame Kyler for this. There were some costly drops that the Cardinals have had. There's a lot of problems on that offense before Kyler Murray.
Chosen One says, rate my setup for Sundays. Well, first I was going to say, we're not going to look at your fantasy football. And then I realized, that's not what he meant. He means when he's sitting there watching the football at home. And it's very similar, at least a little. Okay, it's not very similar. It's kind of similar to my setup.
Yeah.
Here it is. Chosen One's he's got his fantasy football right here.
Look at that, man.
He's got his Sunday ticket right there.
Yep.
And then he's got his main screen there with 3 more screens there. So
holy moly.
He's rocking 8 different games all at one time. Well done, my friend. I think this one is achieved with the TV itself. So I got a big ass TV here, and then I got a smaller TV with the 4 screens. So very, very similar. Hey, whatever way works for you, and comfy blanket and the dog by his side. I got to say that is a great setup you have. Good job for the Chosen One.
Heck yeah.
Random Texter says, Triple H, I get what you're saying, that there are a lot of drops. Bottom line is, if the quarterback is not somebody your players want to play for, they're not going to catch squat. Ooh, I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, me neither. Paid too much money.
And listen, Marvin Harrison Jr. is trying to wipe away the memories of last year.
Yeah.
Where everybody was like saying, you're not like your dad. And so that's got to be getting to him a little bit. So I don't believe he's not trying.
It's more mental with him than it is physical. He's got every trait.
But then to Random Texter's point, outside of just the act of running out there and trying to catch a ball, maybe he is in a bit of a doldrums because of that. I don't know. Pull the Plug says Cardinals will have to subsidize to trade $10 million per foot. That makes about $40 million a year. Oh God, we're not going to get to anything, are we? Against the spread, says Harris. You had some good picks on Saturday, Triple H, including the Miracle Oklahoma cover. I was on the other side with Auburn at +6.5, and that was a devastating loss. I was even on my picks, but at least that Memphis moneyline pick put me up 2 units for the day. By the way, what the hell happened to Illinois? They got mauled by Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Indiana, we were talking earlier, is legit. They are absolutely legit. You beat a team 56-10. That's no ordinary team. Illinois went 9-3 last year. 10 games if you include the bowl game. That's a good football team that Indiana just absolutely embarrassed. So they are legit.
Shooter McGavin says Giants play the Chargers next. How's the Chargers defense against the run?
Great. It's not as good as against the pass, but it's still in
that case, Giants will lose.
Yeah.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Says I was not a fan when they drafted the Smurf, but I really don't think it's all on him. How many drop balls, right? The weapons around him go back to the GM. No, you're right. I mean, like I said this earlier. He's not 100% to blame, but there's an awful lot going on there when you start to have a mopey sort of, that finds its way into all places. So
absolutely.
Consciously, subconsciously. Cardinal Art says Saints or Carolina, possibly Jacksonville, landing spots for Kyler Murray.
I wouldn't say Jacksonville or
Saints.
Carolina. Saints, possibly.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that could happen.
Rough Rob says, shout out to the NAU, only ranked college football team in Arizona. Did they crack the 25? Or is that just some other ranking?
Apparently so. I have to go back and look.
No, they didn't. We're going to talk some college football here in a minute. Baker's Cocky Hen says, how long before Scadaboo has lower odds than Cam Ward for Rookie of the Year? I'd say 1 more week. Whatever he does next, I think you're going to find him in the conversation for sure.
You will.
All right, everybody, that is 1 hour down and 2 to go. Come on back and let's actually start the damn show. Well, we got tons to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
Lost your health insurance? There are options to help you stay covered. Choices include Medicaid, individual and families, Medicare, and group plans. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona is a local nonprofit health insurance company that can help you understand your options. No matter who you choose. Stay covered, Arizona. We've got your back. Learn more at azblue.com/options or call 1-844-584-BLUE. This message is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona.
Finding yourself skipping your self-care routine, experiencing things around you others don't, or withdrawing from friends and family. You might be experiencing first episode psychosis, or FEP. Stress, trauma, substance use, even genetics can trigger it. And if you're in your late teens to mid-20s, it's impacting you more than others. Know the signs of FEP. Go to learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MatForce, working to build healthier communities.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills, or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
Water is Arizona's most valuable resource.
And for over a century, Phoenix has led the way in providing reliable water services. Wherever you call home in Arizona, we all share the responsibility to conserve for tomorrow. Watch your water use, especially outdoors. Consider desert-friendly landscaping and water-saving appliances. Together, small changes can make a big difference. Learn more at phoenix.gov/water and help secure Arizona's water future. This message is sponsored by the City of Phoenix Water Services Department.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He's off, but we got Ralph from the Weekend Warriors with us. And Harris Hicks is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in our super high-tech and luxurious studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. And hey, everybody, look, there's the Berg. Berg is with us, and he says, today is Tuesday. What did I say it was Wednesday? I've been off by a day for weeks, so thanks for that, Berg. But yeah, Blender League One, he says, is getting the Berg impact of winning week 1 and losing the following few weeks. So
like Harris.
How does that impact work?
Hey, Ralph. Pleased to see you as well.
What is the impact of that?
The impact.
King Kittens has a lot to say in a short amount of time. Go Devils, short week. Go Cardinals, short week. Kyler is short too. Go Diamondbacks, beat LA. It's playoff push time. Oh, that's right. The Dodgers are in town, right?
Yeah, they are.
To play the Arizona Diamondbacks. Starts tonight, I think, at 6:40 p.m. I know you're going to the Seahawks Cardinals game, but are you going to a Dodger game while they're in town?
Well, no, because they're not really playing baseball when they're here.
You're such an ass.
No, I'm serious. I'm not going because I'm doing the Seahawks game Thursday and then ASU on Friday. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, I think the odds are pretty close on both of them. These teams are kind of evenly matched right now. The way the Dodgers have been playing, I kind of give it. I'll give the edge to the Dodgers, but it's not going to be blowouts. It's not going to be easy.
Well, the game means more to the Diamondbacks, obviously.
Oh, my
but
God.
I mean, why do you want to
be
win?
so insufferable?
Well, but why do they want to win? Because they want to get that last playoff spot so they can play the Dodgers?
Just want to win. That's it. Right now, that's the only thing I want out of this team. Do your best. Win to win. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. But I honestly think that they are better off just fixing their stuff in the offseason and going on with our lives. If they end up getting into this wild card, it's going to be like, I don't want that. I don't want to be embarrassed.
You don't want them winning because you don't want them not firing a certain head coach or a certain manager. I mean,
you know what? This team has never done what it should. You know what I mean?
If they win, he stays.
7-3 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, but
I bet he stays anyway. I
think he should stay.
I think he should go, but listen, it's the same kind of thought process that I talked about with Kyler Murray in the last hour. Until there is a change, this team will always be this. And with Torey Lovello there, this team will always be this. Nothing personal, nothing angry towards Torey Lovello. We've seen the moments that have driven us all crazy trying to watch how he manages a team and a bullpen. So, it's nothing personal, but it's a fact. Until there is a change, this is what they will always be. Got to the World Series, but that was on the talent. That wasn't on the managing. That's what I believe. So
that was on the stars being aligned and just everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it didn't hurt that we got to send the Dodgers home that time. Oh,
no, that was your best. That was your World Series.
I got to see it in person.
Did you guys talk about the Cardinals already?
We did. We have talked about the Cardinals quite a bit.
I feel bad for James.
You suddenly have something?
Conner. I just feel bad for James Conner. I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
That is a horrible thing. Out for the year.
He's our best player.
Pick up Trey Benson in fantasy. You got to do it.
I just think that loss is the one guy you didn't want to lose. If you're going to lose anybody, he's not the guy.
Yeah. You don't want to lose anybody, but yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so the Dodgers and Diamondbacks in action against each other at 6:40 p.m. Well, tonight, do you see the news? Major League Baseball has approved robot umpires for 2026, but it's just part of the challenge system.
Thank God.
I want to see it make every decision and let the plate umpire just tell you what it is.
No.
Even though they say big league umpires call roughly 94% of pitches correctly, and that's according to ump scorecards.
On average, yeah.
I just like to see the robots do it. If you're going to let them do it for challenges, let them just do it.
I think you're headed that way. That's where it's going to go. There's no doubt about it, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's not going to go there next year, obviously, but I think in the next 5 years, that's where you'll be. Because even though the average, they say it's 94, I don't know, man. I see some of these games and it's in the 70s and 80s. It's bad.
Well, here's the problem with this, and I don't know if it's a problem or if it's a good thing. Maybe you have some thoughts on this. Well, our baseball expert Randy White is not here, so we'll just. You're a fan, so it'll work. Hitters, pitchers, and catchers are the only ones allowed to trigger the system by doing one of these, tapping their head.
Tap your hump.
So here's the thing: when you've seen some guys tap their head and then get thrown out, how's that fair? We've seen it happen. A guy turns around and taps his head, and the guy chucks him out of the game. I can't remember who and where, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Right, but I think when he's doing that, he's being a smart aleck, insinuating that was a really bad call because there was no real challenge in place.
They couldn't do it. It was just this is the motion.
It's a shot
that was during during the.
It's like looking at you saying, if this was around, you're wrong.
Oh,
okay. That's kind of.
It's also really egotistical to throw him out too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very egotistical.
Egotistical people
because it's just an exchange of ideas. Like that's what it is.
But they don't
like,
believe in
right,
exchanging
you're
ideas.
wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, they don't. That's
it's
the
their
talk about
idea.
that.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
So hitters, pitchers, and catchers are the only one who can trigger the system.
Right.
And if the challenge is successful, then they'll show it on the stadium view boards, and then there you go.
And some players will be allowed to do it. I guarantee the managers will have conversations with the players. Some of them will not be allowed.
There's probably going to be a system of signs where the manager says,
Right.
go ahead and do it, or something like that.
Right.
And,
But there'll be guys that they know they'll trust to say you can do it.
Mhm.
But other guys are going to be like, no, you have to get the approval to do it. And
The
we're not going to
stars.
want to do it in the early innings because you want to save that for later on.
Right. You've got to be 100% right. And I don't know what the call is on if you get 2 challenges per game. That's whether you're successful or not. I think if you're successful, you should get to keep that challenge.
I thought if you were successful, you got to keep it.
I don't have the answers on that. So if somebody else knows, I didn't see that part of it, whether or not every challenge that's successful, you get to you 2 are still sitting there in your bank.
Because I thought it was if you get 2 no's, you're done. If you're wrong twice in a game, you're gone. But you can keep going if you keep getting right. Maybe it's changed. I don't know.
Harris, look it up. Baker's Cocky Hen
Yes.
says the Umpires Association has a CBA through 2029. Once that ends, I expect robots to be doing everything. Well, not everything. You
not
can't have it do everything. It's a visual for the game that I think would not make anyone happy. And some of those things you can't leave to AI to sort out. All you can do is figure out what the strike zone is and have a system of cameras be able to tell you if it's a ball or a strike. Outside of that, it still requires humans. Now, where are most of the mistakes made? Right there behind the plate. Outside of that, other mistakes, if you can do a challenge or whatever, you can let video make the decision. So I'm satisfied with it only being the plate robo ump.
I agree.
By the way, you
Mhm.
can keep it if you're right.
If you're right, you keep it, right?
Yep. If you're right, you keep it.
And I think that's important because you have umpires, especially this year, I've seen it more than ever, who consistently move the strike zone because that's just the way they do it.
Yeah.
And they can
Yeah.
call stuff that's, 6-8 inches outside constantly all game. So you give them praise for being consistent, but they're wrong. And
Yeah.
it forces batters to change the way they have to hit because they have to now focus on that outside corner. And I hate that. So if you have the robo umpire, you can consistently just tap your head and you just keep telling them, you're wrong, dude. You need to move your stuff in because they don't ever adjust as the game goes.
No.
Hey,
they don't.
Harris, you just said that you keep it, if you're right, endlessly. Does that mean you've got 2? As long as you keep getting them right, you have an endless supply of challenges.
You have 2 challenges. You don't lose a challenge.
Right. So
But
you
it
always
stops at
have
2?
2. What I'm saying is, let's say, here's the thing. 10 times in an inning,
Yep.
I have challenged a call because I've been right every time. Does that mean I still have 2?
I believe so.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, that's
boy,
rare.
This game's going to slow down.
They do it pretty fast. What's going to happen is umpires are going to start copping attitudes.
You're
more than they have
you
now.
think? Like
more
than
than they have
now?
now.
Mhm.
Imagine if somebody sat there next to you, Jeffrey, and you said something that they didn't like or they thought was wrong, and they kept going.
You notice that Harris is on the show?
Right. But if somebody kept doing this on camera, I'd be like, hey.
I'm going to start doing that.
Just to give him an elbow, man.
I think once Ralph gives some take, I'm going to be like, looking at Jeffrey.
Look, after your NFL picks this week, you have don't talk.
I know.
Oh, like 9 is the worst thing in the world. You got
Hey,
11.
My college football takes, though, Hicks picks went 11-0.
I think you were like 2 and 4 on our show.
Yeah, Hicks. Wait, what games I pick wrong?
I don't know. It was pretty
Harris,
I didn't
Harris
pick
you
any.
got to understand,
Oh, in the
Ralph likes to
NFL?
lie.
Yeah, what are you talking
What?
about? You're lying. What
You're a big
games did I
liar.
pick wrong? There's
Don't
not
be
a single
Democrat when you talk to me. I'm not a liar.
anything I respond is I will. We should move it on.
You say the dumbest things. Baker's
you love
Cocky
it.
Hen says if they have actual robots on the field as umpires, that would look way better than Fat Joe West or Blind Angel Hernandez behind the plate. No, if you get the actual
would be
robots
cool.
out there and they can actually do a good job,
So, like,
then I'll be like, all
Transformers.
right, that's fine.
Like
Yeah.
the Tesla robots. That'd be kind of cool.
If you're like,
And
if
then
they,
have
like,
them play soccer or box. That'd be fun.
if they like argue a call, they just like pull out a laser and just like shoot
Just
them,
kill you.
or grab them and just like throw them.
People would pay for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people would pay for that.
Hefty Lefty says, I'm just trying to imagine the robot made from the Jetsons behind home plate. Actually makes me smile. Dude, you've got tingly feelings in the wrong places for Rosie the robot.
Uh-oh. That's going to start happening.
Average Joe says, yes, successful challenge keeps the challenge. Thank you, Average Joe.
Thank you. Yep.
Harris's dad is on the text line, completely disconnected from our conversation.
Hey, Dad.
I'll come back around to that text here.
Get out
in a
of the
little
barn.
bit. Because
No, never get out of that barn,
Dad.
Dad. Don't listen to him.
Get out of that barn.
I miss you, Dad.
Swave Dave says, put Megan 2.0 behind the plate. You know, I've never seen those movies, but I get the reference. It's
Oh.
a crazy little robot girl.
Oh, jeez.
Bandwagoner says, the Mariners. Thank you for Naylor. And Suarez.
They are killing it.
Yeah, they're
Diamondbacks
9-1
weren't supposed to
in
do
their last
anything
10.
after that trade, anyways, right?
They're
Should've
9-1.
what did I say? Don't do anything.
But
Don't get rid of these guys. Don't, unless you get something amazing in return that actually helps you this year, hold on to those guys. Now, I know there was contract implications. Hey, here's an idea. Pay them. Maybe you could have paid them. I just
But they're
hated
playing
it.
better since they left.
Yeah, they're
I
playing better
hated
since
what
they
they
left.
happened.
No,
there.
you're letting
Both-
the youth come in. They're playing better.
Both teams won that trade
Yeah, I agree.
between Seattle and Arizona. Both teams won
Diamondbacks
that
Or-
trade.
need to trust their youth.
Or they started to get into a groove and we would have been playing better and they would have been still on the team. You
It
don't
wasn't-
know.
It
You
wasn't
don't
working,
know.
but it wasn't working.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're better since those guys are gone.
Both of them have been significantly better, and Arizona's going to have more assets.
Nobody wants to hear
long-term.
that their ex is doing better without them.
That's a good point.
Nobody wants to hear that, Harris.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. I can't
Dear
argue
Bob
with that.
says, if someone has Diamondback tickets, can you donate them to 15A the Fanatic and then give them to Ralph so we can get them off the air for the get him off the air for the next few days?
Hey, man, I'll take
So
them and get off.
basically, that is like remember the old show MASH when Hawkeye wanted to go to Tokyo for then to be able to do that, somebody else had to have a favor, and then that person had to have a favor, and that person had to get a favor from that person. That's what this is like for Beer Bob, saying donate some Diamondback tickets to the station so then we can give them to Ralph, and then Ralph will not be on the air for a few days.
Don't worry, Beer Bob. I'll be off the air Thursday and Friday because I'm at games. There you go.
Against the Spread says, "Yay, did you guys talk about Mike Gundy getting fired yet?" Nope. He says, I've never seen a program fall faster than Oklahoma State. That coach made so much money for gamblers over the years. Gundy as a dog was the sharp bet for over a decade. He went from the penthouse to the outhouse. Well, at least he's still a man.
I hope to see Mike Gundy on College Game Day one day. I hope to see that guy
You
on
probably
TV.
will.
He would be amazing.
Yeah,
on
I can
TV.
see that happening.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't work a quaff like that without trying to get on TV.
Yeah.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, finishing the Florida Gators straw hat from my sister-in-law. She lived in Gainesville. Her parents owned a barbecue joint that coaches used to go to after the game. Spurrier, you know, other guys like that. Do you know about Swazman? He makes these straw hats. He paints them. He's a very talented artist, actually.
That's cool.
Then he's going to
Heck
come back
yeah.
and say, "Oh, I just use a template." But I don't even care. Look at here's the Gators hat there.
Oh, look at that.
You
You
have
were
to
supposed
see
to
that
send us some.
Man, that's cool. I mean,
on
that's
the YouTube video.
As a Tennessee fan, I must say it's pretty ugly, but But
knock it off, Harris.
It's actually really nice. He does a great
it did. No, he does do a good job. It's
Of course, he never sent us ours, but whatever.
By the way, everybody, some people noticed that we did not have a YouTube feed yesterday, but we were available on the Twitter, X, and the Facebook. Turns out I accidentally deleted the account.
Nice.
I know.
Nice.
But then we fixed it.
It's
So
about how you
everything's
respond.
fine.
Yep.
It's back. So if you like to watch us on the YouTube, you can still do that. I apologize. I don't think anybody really noticed that much yesterday because we only had an hour show. So people didn't have a chance to complain. So if you're watching us on the YouTube, you still can if you thought it was gone.
At 1580, the Fanatic.
I thought it was gone. I thought I killed
It's
it.
on a server somewhere.
I do like one really dumb thing like that every 10 years. That was the moment.
Can we ask your wife if that's true?
No.
Okay.
888-368-1580.
Good
Just
call.
Tip says in real life, Harrison's mustache is at best awkward. With the Elliot Ness interrogation, slanted shade sunlight, it kind of works. Yeah, he does look like a throwback to like a 1930s film noir, doesn't he?
I appreciate that.
I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Well, we just have to get
I
you
don't know what to say
into a suit and a hat, and have you look like a private dick.
Yeah.
Got to make you look like a dick. Moist One says,
Easier done than said.
Nice.
I can't read what Moist One says. Cardinal Art says, hey, Ralph, suck it, as usual.
Hello,
Prison
Cardinal
Wallet
Art.
says, Ralph is still my favorite.
Thank you.
Hefty Lefty says, the Giants hear about their exes doing really well every week for the last 2 years. Saquon, Daniel Jones.
So sad.
You're right, Hefty Lefty.
Soon as they leave, they're
that
great
is
players.
a great take. Yep. They do. That sucks.
Daniel Jones. My God.
It's like you break up with her and she's like a 6 or a 5 or something, and then you
There's-
just look and she's a 9 or a 10. You're like, what?
No, I was going to make a joke about you not being able to pull even a 4.
You know what you're
but
going to have
I
this year?
probably
You're gonna
shouldn't do that.
You're going to have.
I got a 10 right now.
Your quarterback, Daniel Jones, and my quarterback, Sam Darnold, fighting it out for the league MVP this year. How crazy would that be?
Sam
Not
Two guys that were
impossible,
throwaways. Two guys that were
but-
throwaways.
Right?
That was probably realistic minus Sam Darnold.
Two guys.
Sam Darnold's having a good start to the year.
He's having a great start. Man.
I'm
that's the best press conference ever.
I'm
Yeah,
fired.
I'm
that
a
was a
man.
great
I'm
press
40.
888-368-1580. Let's see. Thank you for that, Baker's Cocky Hens.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Bandwagoner says Randy Johnson won y'all a World Series. It's only fair Diamondback trades help the Mariners at least with win their division.
It's true.
Enjoy. Let's see. No, I was not talking about Andy Dick. Moist One. Thank you. Mr. Wilbur says, you guys not being on YouTube yesterday, I thought maybe Jeffrey got Jimmy Kimmeled.
Could happen.
Thought I Jimmy Kimmeled myself. Here's the thing. I'm not what you all think. It's because Ralph just
I'm not
says
what you-
dumb stuff all the time. Anyway,
What?
let's see. You've
I never said you're a
painted
libtard.
me to be something I am not.
Never said you're a libtard,
Yeah, you have.
but you are left.
You have absolutely
There's two sections
many
of left. You're
times
one
on
of
the
them.
phone, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
That's true. I have called you on the phone.
You just say
Never
it.
on the air though.
You just say it to aggravate me.
Yeah, I do.
This discussion's above my pay grade.
That's good. Stay out of this, Harris. This has nothing to do with you. Harris, your dad, here's what he said. The Cowboys are already demonstrating their holiday season meltdown. I love watching Jerry Jones' plastic face melt. Oh, see, that's actually not true. So the Cowboys already eliminated from the playoffs. But Jerry
Mathematically.
Jones is never going to admit he's made a mistake.
Never.
And I don't think he admits it to himself. So even when things are going bad, he's okay. Because then he just looks at his bank statement. Oh, yeah, everything's great. And then if the Cowboys win a game, hey, see, I was right. It was all me. I took care of that. Why do you think he fired Jimmy Johnson all them years ago? He wants
Right.
all the credit, all the control, and he has that. He's delusional enough to tell himself everything's great because of me, whether you're winning or whether you're losing. So no, Jerry Jones's plastic face is not melting from reality. That's just time.
It never will.
Outside of that, Jerry Jones is the happiest man on the planet, and you can't tell him anything.
Yep, the Cowboys are still the most expensive franchise in the world.
But if he would have
Of
kept
any
Jimmy
sport.
Johnson, he probably would have won 3 more titles.
I
You
guess
ain't
those
wrong.
2 were enough, right?
You ain't wrong.
Wait,
the Cowboys
2 or
have
3? I think
three.
they have 2.
They got
Three.
3.
They have three.
Three. Them 3 are enough.
The Cowboys have got problems.
All right. we got to take a break. We're not ready to get back and talk football. I still have a bunch of random sports stuff that we need to cover. So
Lakers.
I got college stuff. I got basketball stuff. I have nothing about the Lakers. 0% about the stupid Lakers.
Nothing about the champions that are going to be this year. That's okay. That's fine.
They didn't win last year.
They will this year.
No,
In
they won't.
season tournament. Yes.
I you know what I found the other day? I was looking through some clips and I found that clip of you saying the Seahawks were going to win 13 games. Would they win like 4 or 5?
No, they've never won 4.
Whatever that year was. Yeah, I'll go back and look.
They won 10.
I mean, Ralph,
you were humiliated.
They won 10.
The Lakers were so close last year to getting out of the first round. I mean, they were so close.
Don't tell Jeffrey this.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Before placing a bet in Arizona, make sure you are using a regulated gaming operator. It's simple. Visit gaming.az.gov/checkyourbet for a list of regulated operators in our state. Be on the lookout for unregulated platforms offering risk-free betting, high bonuses, or only accepting cryptocurrency. If you suspect illegal gaming operations, report it to us at gaming.az.gov/checkyourbet. Together, we can keep gaming safe and fair. Double check before you place your bet at gaming.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Gaming.
My name is Mary Grace. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's in 2017, and 2 months after losing her, my dad was diagnosed. The earlier the diagnosis you have, the more time you have with your loved one. With my dad, now that I know what's coming, I'm able to create memories not only for him, but for myself, though. When he can't remember, I'll remember for him.
For more information, contact us at alz.org or through the 24/7 helpline at 800-272-3900. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk at 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next-generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve. 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval, not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends September 30th, 2025.
Nick Costos breaks down the biggest matchups, checks on the latest line movements, and keeps you up to date with the futures market. You Better You Bet is a show that features the brightest minds in the sports betting world. Interviews from headliners, insights and information on what plays you might want to consider and which ones to steer clear of. You Better You Bet with Nick Costos. Weekdays noon till 3 on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 The Fanatic, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So I thought Harris was going to be a little bit upset because there was a Christian group that had been saying today was going to be the end of the world. And they sold their cars, they sold their worldly possessions. Why? I don't know. I just like, well, maybe there's a vending machine right as you're standing in line to get into heaven. I don't know.
It was
and
yesterday.
So was that yesterday? Well, it
Yeah.
didn't happen,
The
but I didn't
rapture
want
was
Harris to be sad about that. So what I've done is I have found a design that will help him out. It's a rapture machine. So take a look at the screen here. What you do is you build this little wooden trebuchet right here. See, down here on the bottom, and then that's Harris right here. And then you have the thing go, and then see there's Jesus up there. So you just have to get the angle right. So Harris, how's your math?
Depends. It can be pretty good.
It's Tennessee. It's bad.
It's pretty good, Ralph.
It'll be like an Acme thing from Roadrunner and the Coyote, where Harris just goes boom straight down into the ground.
Well,
I don't know. I'm just trying to help.
Well, my comment on the rapture thing is we won't know the day. That's what I have to say. A lot of people are predicting it, and Matthew and
It
Mark
makes
are
it really
pretty
hard
clear.
to plan for.
Yeah, Matthew and Mark are pretty clear of us not knowing the day when it's.
But John Paul and Ringo, they are very clear about the fact that love is all you need.
If it was yesterday and we're still here, we're all in trouble.
Yesterday. Anyway, so well, I'm just glad it didn't happen because I'm really looking to bounce back with my picks and my fantasy football next week. So
we're not your life. Okay.
Thank you, Jesus. All right, moving on. Swave Dave says, I actually watched you guys yesterday between 3 and 4 on YouTube before you signed off. Oh, that's weird. I wonder how it got on there because I flat out deleted that account. Because when we recovered it, that episode, yesterday's hour is just gone forever. Flog and Logger says, best play of the weekend. Marcus Mariota pile drives Dan Quinn into the sidelines turf and bloodies his nose.
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
What do you mean pile drives?
Dan Quinn got
excited, right?
Got hit. Yeah, on the sideline by Marcus. Yep.
Oh, it was just accidental?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, it wasn't intentional. Completely accidental. Just a football play.
Huh.
But pretty cool.
Dan Quinn looks fragile. I don't know. That's probably not a good idea.
What the Cowboys would do to get that guy back as their head coach after what their defense has become. 2 years ago, the Cowboys were top 5 in the NFL in least points allowed. Now, whatever that is on the field that we saw last Sunday, that ain't it.
Wow.
You look at the box score and you see Caleb Williams, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
He looked good.
3 of them were wide open. 3 of them, Luther Burden, Rome Odunze, people were uncovered.
The switch was flipped for the Bears that we thought was flipped for the Washington Commandos, that we thought was flipped for some other team. So it was just a shock to see it flip for the Bears. That was the one team I didn't think was going to get switched on right away. Not this soon.
I don't think the switch was flipped for the Bears. I think the Cowboys secondary is just that lackluster right now.
So as bad as the Bears are, the Cowboys are just worse.
The Cowboys secondary is some of the worst. It might be the worst in the whole NFL, I would say. I don't know if there's a single one that's worse than that. The amount of busted coverages that they had and just wide open guys. Like, again, Caleb Williams' box score looked great, but Rome Odunze and Luther Burden didn't have guys within 10, 15 yards of him. So, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, Heavy Metal Maniac says a theory. He says maybe that's why Randy is off because he's having the rapture. What if he's the only one that made it?
That would just make me throw my Bible away.
Harris is sitting there going, but what about me? what did I do? You know what you did. You know what you did.
Hey,
wow.
I know Jesus forgives me for everything I've done. I know it.
Yeah, I figure that I'm pretty well forgiven because, like, dude, you made me in this sense of humor. So I don't mind a little slap on the wrist, but come on, man. Against the Spread says, is there a way to bet on the rapture? Well, you'll find it if there is Against the Spread.
Wow.
Problem is, if you're collecting, you've got bad news.
Give it, I'll bet you give it like 5-10 years. I feel like there's going to be some websites out there. I mean, we can bet on
There's
like
always websites, Harris. Somebody is always
right.
You mean a betting website on stuff like this?
Oh yeah.
Well, they're already out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a good boy, and you don't ever go see them.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I have not seen that.
He says it'd be a guaranteed payday if you bet against it. If your bet is wrong, it won't matter anyway. Well, I mean, guaranteed payday if you bet against it and you make it. If you don't make it, that is not a guaranteed payday. That is a whole nother bag of worms, literally. Bandwagoner says the rapture was made up in the 19th century by weird folks. Well, I don't know the whole story on. I'll be honest. I don't know. Is that even biblical?
I've read books. It is biblical.
It is. Revelation talks about it.
It's absolutely is.
Yeah, final book in the Bible.
Oh, see, now I thought it was Revolution, and I would just read the lyric sheets to the Beatles album.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people did.
I got to go back and read that. Swazman says, Jeffrey, there's an old 2.5 Men episode where Charlie Sheen's brother in the show looks up to heaven and says, God, we both know I'm not your best work. He says, I relate to that.
That's funny.
Especially coming from Charlie Sheen to make sense. I don't know if I can watch that documentary on him.
Oh, there is a documentary.
I heard
on
it's really
Netflix.
good. I haven't seen it. But
I
heard it's
actually
really
want to
good.
watch it.
I feel like I'm going to get chlamydia just watching it.
He's clean now, though. He's been clean for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. That's awesome.
He's still a mess, but he's clean.
Yeah.
Aren't we all, Ralph?
Damage has been done. And, all right, let's get back to the sports type stuff because all of this missing the rapture talk is making Harris very uncomfortable.
No comment. I stand what I believe in. I do.
We know what you believe in, Harris. You've been very vocal.
Yes.
Nobody's attacking you.
No, you guys aren't attacking me.
Not to your face.
Okay.
Nobody is at all.
I know you guys aren't.
So Fred VanVleet is out indefinitely after he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
That is news that came out today for the Houston Rockets. The question is, when did this happen? Where did this happen? I'm confused. There's nobody playing. Are they even in training camp yet? I mean, I guess they're getting close. Are they playing preseason games? Because we haven't paid any attention to the NBA, but
Not yet.
it is coming up on October. So
They're probably getting ready to open camp, aren't they?
how did this happen? When did this happen?
Yeah, it happened the other day. I mean, we don't know how exactly
Probably
it
getting
happened
ready for
unless
camp.
if someone can find that.
This
Yeah,
is not great.
Sometimes these injuries can just come about in random times. I mean, it's a shame for Houston because the Rockets, man, they were the 2 seed in the West last year.
The Rockets just gave him a $50 million extension.
Yeah, he's
in
getting
June.
paid.
So I guess he
Tons of
was
money.
okay in June.
Yeah.
Something happened the last couple of months, and now we're just hearing about it.
Just love when that always happens. You pay all that money and then they're gone.
Yep. Yep. This one's tough for the Rockets. So they still have a lot of young talent there, like Eason and other guys, and Sengun is good, but Jabari looked better towards the end of the stretch. But this is such a dagger for them.
By the way, I apologize for Ralph.
What?
You on the YouTube feed, you left your stupid input on, so there was an echo all the time you were talking.
My input's turned off.
It is now because I just did it.
I have it it says mute.
I just realized this too.
It says
I
mute.
wonder if the Rockets would take that
I
trade
like
back.
Harris is still doing his own show over there when I'm yelling at you about this over here.
I have a question for you guys. I wonder if the Rockets would take that trade back with trading Jalen Green to the Suns now, because that's their combo guard right there.
Well, no
point
takes
guard.
backsies. It's too late.
Yeah, I just wonder if they'd be like, crap, man. Like we would love to have him right now, or are they like, oh, okay, he found his home in Phoenix. That's fine.
He gets that $50 million no matter what, doesn't he?
He does. It's a dagger for Houston. Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
well. All right. So since we've been messing with Harris so much, I'm going to let him talk some college football right now. We talked about Mike Gundy getting fired from Oklahoma State. Man, that what a plummet of things. But here's the other part.
Yeah.
Is this the way to treat a guy who's been your coach for 21 years? To fire him this early in the season, maybe just let him finish the season and then fire him. Why would they fire him this soon in?
Yeah, and he's been so freaking successful at Oklahoma State. I mean, he's had, goodness gracious.
That's gratitude for you.
Yeah, 10-win season after 10-win season. And Oklahoma State, they nearly made the national championship a couple of years, 12-win seasons. And it sucks because here's what people don't know about the whole situation. So Oklahoma State's biggest donor, Boone Pickens, who the football stadium's named after.
That does not sound like a guy who has a lot of money, but he really
has
does.
a lot of money. He donated
Boone Pickens
millions.
has so
Boone
much money.
Pickens. He donated he's like the Jerry Jones of Stillwater, Oklahoma. We'll say.
To go to your barn.
I don't know. He'd be.
I feel he does.
Well, his barn's not in Oklahoma, Ralph. His barn is
Doesn't
in
matter.
Tennessee.
But they move around with barns. It's like a barn move.
There's a lot of
You
barns
might
in
find him
Oklahoma.
in that barn trying to make off with the expensive stuff. I'm Boone Pickens.
But he he passed away like right before the NIL era ramped up. And so Oklahoma State, I think this has a lot to do with it, lost their biggest donor. So I don't know if you guys saw, they were putting like the NIL QR code, the link to donate
That's a
on
thing
their
now.
helmets.
That's a thing now.
Yep. And so they were like, we need this that badly to the point where we're going to do this. So they just didn't have the resources. And Gundy, he's such a good coach at making a lot with little, well, had just too little. And they didn't have enough resources and just fell apart. It's a
So even
shame.
more reason they shouldn't have done him dirty like this, right?
No, it's not. Yeah, they should have at least let him coach until the end of the season.
Right.
Because he's a legend. And
He did need to go. I'm not saying he didn't need to be dealt with. Just not now. I mean, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 10-win seasons. 8. You know, some programs haven't had 10-win seasons since in like 20, 30 years.
So
He had
maybe there's
8
more
of
to
them.
this. Is there more to this?
No.
That's a good question.
I don't-
Is there
I don't-
something we don't know yet that has maybe happened in the background that
No.
facilitated the demise of Mike Gundy?
Because it makes no sense.
What do you mean it makes no sense?
Why would you let him go?
They were 3-9 last year.
Okay.
They
But
they
you
just
gotta give him credit.
They
for
just
history.
lost to Tulsa at home.
Gotta give him some
Like
credit for
it's
history.
they are in the dumps.
Well, they should have fired him at the end of last season.
Or at least let him
If
finish.
they're going to do that,
Let him finish the year.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
done
I
enough
think.
for the program, but you let him finish the year.
That's what I think. I think they should let him finish the year, but Oklahoma State was at one point competing for national championships and at the top of the Big 12. And now, oh, how quickly things can change. They are by far the worst team in the Big 12 and the worst team in the entire Power 4. They just lost to Tulsa at home. Tulsa lost to Navy by like 3+ scores a couple weeks ago. And so that loss at home is ugly. I think they should have let him finish it out, and they probably should have given him every opportunity in the world to say, look, like, you can resign. We don't want to fire you. I wonder if they did. I don't know if they did or not, but yeah, Mike Gundy, it's a
Don't
shame how the
they still
exit
got to
happened.
pay him a bunch of money, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they
I don't know
do.
what the terms of his contract are. So he'll be okay, but
He'll be
just
good.
not the way to see a guy like that go out.
I think he should be on TV. That guy is entertaining.
He will be.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Thundar the Sound Barbarian says, "Hey, Blender crew, get to listen to the show a bit today. Hey, what happened to Randy? I wanted to gloat a little bit. That loss in fantasy football hit him very hard, Thundar."
Nice.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
were trying to console him. It was like talking to a wall.
King Kitten says Houston Rockets guard Fred VanVleet suffered I already read all that. We talked
Yeah.
about that. Where were you, King of Kittens? I'm not reading your text. That's all the stuff we already talked about. Oh, wait. No, there is more. Thank you, King of Kittens. He suffered a torn ACL during a mini camp in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's
okay.
tough.
All right. That was good info. I apologize, King of Kittens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moist One says, Mike, I've driven over the legal limit 1,000 times. Van Gundy.
Mike Gundy did say that. Yeah. He
I
was-
threw it in the van. I just like to say Van Gundy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
How about the ACC finding Syracuse for faking the injuries versus Clemson? We've seen them crack down on pretending like you're hurt to buy your team a little time and a timeout there. So
Yeah.
they have fined Syracuse $25,000 and publicly reprimanded the school for what happened during the 34-21 win over Clemson last weekend. Wow.
I love the ACC doing this. I think
Unethical and
every
contrary
other,
to the spirit of the rules, they said.
Yeah, every other conference should follow their lead, man. I love that the ACC's doing this. The whole faking injuries thing, it's out of hand.
Nobody likes a flopper.
Nobody likes it. It's
We don't want
bad
to
for
bring
the
the
game.
NBA into this.
Right.
Oh yeah.
LeBron's going to be a coach in the
He's
college
head-
if we keep
head
this
coach.
up.
Mhm.
So real quick, we didn't talk about ASU's win over the Baylor Bears. I watched that game. Thank you, Jesus, for kicking a 43-yard field goal in the game's final play. I mean, that was just, we had a bunch of that in the NFL, but on Saturday, seeing this happen, it was a stressful game to watch. It was a fun game to watch, but I just want to get Harris's take. Okay, Baylor Bears, Devils, it wasn't a pretty win, but they got the win. Does this help them find their way back into the AP top 25, or is this something where they're like, yeah, you didn't win it clean, so you're not getting back in?
No, I mean, Baylor's a good football team, but I wouldn't say ASU is worthy of being a top 25 football team right now. I mean, it was a little sluggish. You know, they haven't been able to move the ball well through the air. Like they're missing a little something there. Levitt looked good towards the end, but the beginning they came out looking a little flat, which is a theme. Like Mississippi State, they looked a little flat. NAU at times too. And second half, it just took them a little bit to start clicking. But I thought this run game would punish Baylor a little bit more. Only 3.7 a carry. Offense just looked a little bit rough at times. Sam Levitt had to really do some crazy things. And it's like, you could say they're trying to force it to Jordan Tyson a little bit too much. Yeah, you want to get some of those other guys involved, like Malik McLean and the tight end Mateer, get him involved too. And so I feel like they're going to switch it up a little bit right now because this offense hasn't looked like as good as it could be. But, good win against a good football team.
Maybe that's as good as it gets, and you're just watching thinking, what are they missing? Oh, well, that's right, Cam Scatterboo.
They got a tough game on Friday against TCU. A really tough game.
That's
their favorite, actually.
Shut up, Ralph. You said they were going to lose against Baylor.
No, I actually had them plus 2.5, so I was stressed.
I doubt it. I have no proof of this.
You were
anyway,
stressed.
So Ohio State sits atop the AP top 25, unmoved. Miami has moved up 2 spots to the number 2. Penn State has dropped 1. LSU's dropped 1. Georgia stays put. Oregon stays put. Not a whole lot of movement. I always like to ask Harris, when you look at the top 25, is there anything glaringly obviously wrong, or are you like, okay? Because one thing I did see is ASU had less votes this week than they did last week.
Yeah, I think Illinois still being ranked is a little bit nuts. I mean, after what Indiana just did to them, losing 56-10.
They plummeted 14 spots to 23.
Yeah.
But they're still there.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing. Others, not really anything glaringly bad here. I mean,
I was happy to see Alabama drop 3 spots.
Oh, were you?
They
got a big game this weekend against
We
Georgia.
have that game here on 1580 The Fanatic, 4 p.m. on Saturday, Georgia and Bama.
That's going to be,
So if you're driving around, it's on your radio.
It's going to be good for Georgia.
I don't know, man. I think Alabama might win that game.
Bama gets
They
the
look
upset
better
on that.
offense.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with both these teams.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's see, where do we get to? I think we've gotten almost far enough to start talking NFL again. Let's say, Harris, I'm going to let, when we come back again, because we sometimes I feel like I've got a water, feed the fish. What is it? And Harris, you got a bunch of college stuff you need to lay on us, or did we already do it?
I always do.
Oh my God.
Well, don't take advantage of this and don't turn it into the SEC segment.
I won't do that.
I gave you 4 segments Saturday.
You've said that before, and yet you still did it.
I think other people always bring up the SEC in the comments, and I try to answer them.
I'm not reading any comments then.
Okay.
So I'll let you wrap up the college football week that was when we come back, and then we'll get into some NFL stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
A tool for people to connect with the universe and begin to understand it.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go at 1580thefanatic.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports, sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. After losing in the WNBA Finals last year, the Minnesota Lynx are just 2 wins away from returning to the game's biggest stage. On Sunday, they defeated the Phoenix Mercury 82-69 in Game 1 of their semifinal series. Minnesota was led by Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams, who combined to score 44 points in the victory. The top-seeded Lynx have been on a mission this season, and they're undefeated in the playoffs. Head coach Cheryl Reeve has a battle-tested squad who didn't flinch after trailing at halftime of Sunday's game.
They went right into listening and what can we do together? Who needs to do what? It's a mature group, emotionally mature. I didn't do anything to bring that along. That's just who they've always been. Sometimes you unite a group through their disdain for me. I think that's also one way to do it. So there's probably a little bit of that too.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Maggie Gray on Westwood One.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing kit. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable. And one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000. Sold in Mississippi.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Extra Innings Festival with performances by Luke Bryan, Kane Brown, Hardy, Dierks Bentley, Jesse Murph, and many more. Friday and Saturday, February 27th and 28th at Tempe Beach Park. There will be exciting activities and special appearances by MLB legends. Be listening for this sound on the Daily Blender weekdays 3 till 6.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
When you hear it, call in and win. Or score your tickets now at inningsfestival.com/extra.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Forgot something inside or picking up food from the store? Never leave a child in a car. In Arizona, heat stroke can happen in seconds. Temperatures can rise 20 degrees in just 10 minutes, making a vehicle dangerously hot. Heat stroke can happen even in the shade or when it's below 60 degrees outside. Once you park, always remember to stop, look, and lock. Visit heatstroke.az.gov to learn more. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
We talk sports. 1580 The Fanatic.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Fish Tank says, fellas, my bachelor party starts next Thursday. 2 nights getting drunk in the woods in Strawberry and 1 night at Cliff Castle Casino losing my mortgage. If I don't make it back, you now know the places to look. I'm a little hurt I wasn't invited.
Dude.
A 2-day bender and I'm not invited?
Strawberry's awesome. I love that town. That's a cool place to have a bachelor party, Fish Tank. Right on.
I didn't just, George invited me to his wedding, but couldn't go because it was, well, there's 2 things. One, when he got married, it was COVID. And then 2, I think they also had their wedding on a military base. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to pass the background check. So, outside of that, at least I got invited. I don't know. Lacrosse guy is on the text line. He says, I put up 170 in League One. Yeah, but somebody else did 192. Still impressive, but thanks for beating Bearded Ginger. That was fun. Niner Napolis is sending me all his betting sheets. He says, I usually stick to the NFL bets, but I use some of Harris's college analysis to cook this one up. Ended with sweating out ASU, but brought it home. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He put in $50 for a 6-pick parlay based on Harris's picks. Guess what he won? $785.
Wow.
There you go.
Where's his commission?
Yeah, I should have asked for that.
Satisfaction and a job well done.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Give me some commission.
I should have asked for it. Gosh darn it.
Let's see. He got Michigan and Nebraska right. He got Oklahoma. He got Texas Tech +3 on the spread. Miami and Florida on the money line. Let's see. He got Ole Miss on the money line and ASU on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
6 different teams brought him a bleep load of money.
Heck yeah, man.
That's a good bet. $50 for 785. 50 is a little bit high on how much Ralph and I would bet. I don't know about Harris, but
that's about a normal bet for me.
That's in the too rich for my blood category.
When it comes to
normal
bet for you.
It's a normal bet, yeah.
So you'll
What kind of
drop
money you
50 on
making?
something like that. Did you make that?
I don't do parlays,
Oh,
but I just do straight ups.
okay.
Yeah.
How much did you make this weekend?
I made a few.
You've never told us not to ask you.
I think I usually say it in units, but I think I made like it was an okay week, like probably 200.
This is America. You can say it in dollars.
Yeah, $200.
Against the Spread says Oklahoma State has looked awful of late. Gundy must have pissed off some higher powers considering it was Rapture Day. I'll miss him as a moneymaker over the years, and some of the money I made from him got diversified into stocks and precious metals a few years ago. So thanks, Coach. You will be missed.
He was like that guy, the underdog, because the thing about Oklahoma State is they never recruited super well, like ever. But man, he always could just maximize the most out of all of his resources. And Oklahoma State was just so well coached by him. They were always competitive. And then NIL came around and they started just losing guys left and right in the portal and just not having enough money to keep up. And it was just too little, too fast that happened to them. And biggest donor passing away, that didn't help too. So they were a little bit short on funds.
Well, there you go. All right. So we promised Harris at least a little bit of time to sort of tidy up and, finish up the week that was in college football. So,
yeah.
All right. For like the next 5 minutes, you've got the floor, Harris.
Yeah. Did you guys see the John Mateer news? I mean, my goodness gracious.
That is devastating. He's going to have hand surgery on his throwing hand. Is that the season for him?
No, he'll be out for a month. Is what they
what
predict.
happened to him, by the way?
So I didn't see what happened because he was fine the whole game. And then now we just find that out. Yeah, he may have just like kept it under wraps and battled through it.
They say he's got a broken bone in his hand, and it happened in the first quarter of the game, according to everybody.
And played through it and won the game. I think the sucky part for Oklahoma is the timing of this. They play Texas next week. And that was going to be a huge game. I was going to pick Oklahoma to win that game, but they've got Michael Hawkins, a sophomore starter, coming in. And the reason why this is so detrimental to Oklahoma is I'm not sure if you guys have seen their run game. It might be the worst run game in the whole SEC. Like that offensive line isn't moving anybody. They struggled to run the ball against Illinois State in week 1. So it's just it's a dagger for Oklahoma, especially since Venables was on the hot seat, their head coach coming into the year. And they play not only Texas, they go at South Carolina, they play Ole Miss, and then they go at Tennessee.
I figure they'll take injury into consideration, won't they? I mean, you can't.
Yeah, they will
can't burn a seat because of injury.
And they were doing so good. I mean, unbeaten wins against Michigan and a great win against a good Auburn team. And so, gosh, they were doing so well. You just got to hang on. You just got to hang on by that thread and keep winning by that defense, and you got to just hope that run game gets better because they're going to need it these next couple weeks desperately. And it has not been good.
It's your floor, Harris. Don't wait for me. This is your segment.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you guys wanted to chime in or if Ralph wanted to chime in or anything.
Quiet, letting you talk.
We're just letting you do your thing, man.
All right.
Do your thing.
Yeah. I mean, Oklahoma, tough schedule ahead. I thought they were going to make the playoff after wins against Michigan and wins against Auburn. It'll be interesting how the committee evaluates them because I don't know how they're going to factor in performances without their starting quarterback. And with Mateer back at the end of the year, if Oklahoma's 9-3 and they have 2 losses without Mateer, are they going to put him in over a 10-2 team? That's something I wonder. This is a lot of gray area for the committee to decipher between. So it sucks for OU. He was the Heisman favorite. But, man, this is going to be interesting at the end of the year if Oklahoma figures out a way to beat South Carolina, beat Ole Miss, maybe even beat Texas, who's kind of struggling on offense right now. I think they still can. I don't think they will. So, gosh, a lot of interesting stuff here.
Hold on a second, Harris. Hey, Ralph, did you just get your eyes tested or something? Why did you put your sunglasses on?
Oh, I'll explain it later.
Oh, no. Is this like a gluten thing?
No.
All right, Harris, go ahead.
Just go.
That's pretty much all.
By the
I
way,
had to
your
say.
dad texted in "Go Vandy," and then he says, "And as always, hotty toddy." And then he sends this picture, which, by the way, you got to teach your dad how to take pictures of things. Can't even read the flag. If you didn't say hotty toddy, I wouldn't know that that's what that was trying to say. It looks like today.
Yeah, it does actually.
You got to get somebody out there to hold that up, and then you're blocking your Ole Miss flag.
So I don't know. Those are both Ole Miss. Is Rebel
both
today?
Ole Miss. Yeah, hotty toddy is like the Ole Miss phrase. That's what
Oh,
they
I
say.
got you.
Yeah.
It's a very manly phrase, by the way.
Yeah.
That was me being
started.
sarcastic, by the way.
I figured.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. So that's it. I thought you had a lot more college stuff.
What about USC's game with Michigan State?
Oh, nobody cares about USC. They saw.
Oh, your boss does. Michigan State.
Nobody cares about
look-
Michigan State.
USC looked good on offense, man, but that defense is still have questions about
What
it.
did they give up? 14 points?
31 points.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
USC?
USC gave up 31 points, against Michigan State.
I think you're wrong.
Hey,
I'm not
Ralph, you
wrong.
know them sunglasses? We can see the reflection of porn in them.
Well, good, because that's what I'm looking at.
Just wanted you to know, just in
Busted.
case somebody walks in the room. Oh,
Yeah.
you're all kind of busted.
Pippy's gonna be pissed, man. She's
Okay,
not gonna
shut
be
up.
happy.
All right, well, I'll move on to some other things. I guess another big fine in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark got fined $200 for some stuff she said on
Oh,
Instagram about refs. And so, yeah. She only makes $784,000. I don't know where she's going to get the money. Oh, that's right. She also has 11 million from endorsements. But yeah, okay, you go get them, WNBA. You go get them.
$200? Oh my gosh.
So we talked college football.
Yep.
How about some Canadian football? Normally I could give a crap, but they
Wow.
just announced a change. They are going to shrink the field of Canadian Football League from 110 yards to 100. They're going to make it more like the NFL.
Huh.
Why? I don't know, but they're like, oh yeah, it'll make it more entertaining. No, it
Oh
won't.
yeah.
It won't. It just won't. But also, the time between plays is going to be extended from 20 seconds to 35 seconds after the ball is set. So, yeah, I guess they're making some changes, trying to make the game better. Here's what you do: you just watch the NFL. You're
Okay,
right
Adam.
there. You can get it on your antennas and everything.
How about you add a fourth down, maybe move the goalpost back and not have a 20-yard end zone?
Is it still in the end zone, the goalpost?
Yeah, because it's a 20-yard end
You're
zone.
joking. Why? That's just wow. That can cause so many injuries.
The college football field will continue to be 65 yards wide, though. You know, NFL is 53
Canadian
yards
football
wide.
field, you mean?
Hmm?
You mean Canadian football
Canadian.
field? Yeah.
What did I
Okay.
say?
You said college football field.
Oh, you know why? Because it's CFL, and I just
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So another thing about it is the benches. Do you know that they're on opposite sides of the field? They're still going to be that way. I thought. I mean, that's the way we do it. I don't
Yeah, it's the
understand
same.
why that's even news. Oh, see you in the next hour.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival with performances by Blink 182, 21 Pilots, Mumford & Sons, Cage the Elephant, Sublime, and many more. February 20th through the 22nd at Tempe Beach Park. Listen for this sound to win your way in.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
On the Daily Blender, weekdays 3 till 6. You can also score your own tickets now at inningsfestival.com/innings. Innings Festival, February 20th through the 22nd, Tempe Beach Park.
Every day in Arizona, drivers and pedestrians share the road. Always watch out for pedestrians, even when you have the right of way. Make sure to follow the speed limit. Just a few extra miles per hour can mean the difference between life and death. Keep your eyes on the road at all times, not your phone. And never block or park in crosswalks. It's dangerous. Visit gohs.az.gov for more information. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Life can throw a lot your way. For some, that includes first episode psychosis, or FEP. It can feel overwhelming, like hearing or seeing things that aren't there, or feeling disconnected from reality. The good news? FEP can be treated. Recovery can include medication, therapy, and support from peers. There are programs across Arizona with people who understand and are ready to walk with you. It all starts with one click. Visit learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MacForce, working to build healthier communities.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage team.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Powell Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down, because it's time. Time for what? Showtime. When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He'll be back tomorrow, but we got Ralph from the Weekend Warriors with us. Got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Broadcasting live at our super high-tech and luxurious studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. Don't let me forget that we got to give away some tickets to the country music version of the Innings Fest. That's right. It's Extra Innings. It is February 27th and 28th. And, we've got your tickets for Tempe Beach Park. And we talked about all the different acts and stuff. But here's the important thing. You got to remember to go to inningsfestival.com. There are 2 links when you do that. The one will take you to the country music weekend. The other one will take you to the other weekend. But all the information and details are right there at inningsfestival.com. But in this hour, be listening for your cue to call in and win. And you've got some tickets. By the way, the cue is, now this is not your cue, but this is what it is. Ow, ow, ow. You would have thought we'd have got this from Randy, but we keep thinking Randy's going to be here. Then Ralph, what happens is Ralph feels he'll stumble over to the fridge, pop out a couple of drinks, and then later he's like, I ain't going to be there. And so we keep forgetting the sound bite from him.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I will perform that manually myself. Anyway, so be listening for that cue to call in and win. And what we let Harris pick what number caller. So what is that?
11th.
The 11th caller.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. Yes, Jet. That is the same number as the text line. So all you got to do, if you're already sitting there texting, just hit the call a guy button right there. Ralph does an annoying thing, by the way.
I was going to say 1580th call, but go ahead.
Ralph does an annoying thing.
Like what?
1580th call, Ralph. I'd be here for the next 5 years.
See ya.
What's annoying that I do?
Well, every time I say, hey, you got a minute for a call? He calls me, right? How dare you? That is not civilized text conversation. Today. I did that to you today because you always do that to me before. So I just got you back. But then I realized it's what you wanted anyway. So then I felt bad about it. I don't know.
Everyone does that.
When you're sitting there texting somebody and you're like, hey, you got a second? You say, yeah, sure. Hold on. You at least respond, not jar them to their core with, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with a ringing phone?
Don't you do that, Harris? If somebody says you got a second, you call them.
Yeah.
You liar. You don't even read text messages. He does not respond to emails or text messages for at least 3 days.
You sound like my girlfriend.
Yeah, and probably your parents too.
He's really bad about
sound
that.
like my parents. I'm not the greatest about it. Yeah. It's needs improvement in that area. I will admit it.
That's one area.
Does your girlfriend give you
Summarize
a report card?
She should.
Sometimes.
Is it all F's?
Sometimes.
Like under making out, talks too much in class,
mustache.
No, that's an A.
That's
Ralph.
her idea.
That's an A, Ralph.
That caterpillar on his lip is her idea. She wants him to grow a mullet too. What happened to that? I thought you were growing a mullet. It looks like you've had a haircut.
It can. I haven't had a haircut. No.
Your mullet's not mulleting; it's curling.
No. The mullet will come.
Did you ever have a mullet there, Ralph?
I did when I was young and I played hockey. I used to have a mullet.
We
yeah.
both had hockey hair. It's not the same as a mullet.
Well, it's similar. It was the
It's
Wayne
similar,
Gretzky, it was the
but
Wayne Gretzky thing back then. Remember?
It's you know how it's supposed to be. The party up front, the business up front, party in the back.
Yeah.
For hockey hair, it's a little more kind of party everywhere. It's a little shaggy.
So
you know.
So I had like lines here. Like here
What?
and here.
They call that a fade.
That's called
No.
Vanilla
I
Ice.
had like literal lines.
Like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
So then everybody see you stop, and then they don't even sing the rest of it. They just want you to stop.
Yeah. I'll stop.
Don't even collaborate or listen. Just stop.
Usually I
Harris's
sing the rest of
dad
it.
says Harris does not respond to my calls or text messages unless he needs something.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Typical kid. I thought it was just me. I started to feel bad. I'll send my my teenage daughter or my teenage son and like, hey, and then nothing. Sometimes I get like a response. I'll be like, oh, I must have caught him at just the right moment. Harris's dad says Harris cannot get the muskrat on his head through TSA now. A muskrat.
Kind of like your dad.
He's a good dude.
All right, so let's talk some NFL football. Now, last night the Lions, were able to take the Ravens out, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that the Lions dominated them, but the defense absolutely dominated them. Okay,
Yeah.
I think Ralph has to go take a very important phone call.
Business call. Yep. He's a very busy guy.
How much
look
you
at him,
want to
he looks
bet?
very busy.
How much you want to bet? He's like, sir, we have your reservation ready for your colonoscopy. Are you sure you need another one this week?
And your pedicure is right after that as well. We
You
have one
only
right
need
for you.
these. You only need colonoscopies like maybe once every couple of years. Ralph,
Right.
you getting one like every couple days. Your insurance is not going to cover that. Don't care. Book it.
Ralph, we tried to bill you for this pedicure, but you ran away and you didn't pay. You didn't dash. You just
Harris,
dined and dashed.
You're not helping when I go colonoscopy. Now you're just going pedicure. I mean, I'm hitting something
Oh, I think it
heavy,
could
and
be
now you're
both.
hitting something light.
I think it could be both for him.
Don't help me.
Okay.
Let's go back to talking about Monday Night Football. So, did you feel like the Lions beat down the Ravens, like they overly dominated them? It felt like the defense, towards the end, wore down that offensive line for the
Yeah.
Ravens, and that just was giving poor Lamar Jackson fits. But it
Right.
felt like a very evenly matched contest right up to about 28 points.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, you look at the whole stats. Detroit had 100 plus more total yards. They had more total plays. Time of possession was in their favor. They just kind of controlled the game. I mean, and I talked about it, hinted at it in the first hour, but 224 rushing yards for the Lions, just 85 for the Ravens. So the Lions kind of beat them at their own game. And Baltimore was able to move the ball adequately through the air, but Detroit was just unable to be stopped in the front seven. This defense that Baltimore has, there's some issues in it. We didn't
Mhm.
expect that to happen, but 32 points per game allowed these first three games. Only one team, the Miami Dolphins, have given up more points than the Baltimore Ravens have through these first 3 weeks of this young season. Jeffrey, would you be concerned about this Ravens defense? Or are you like, this is just a blip in the radar. They'll get better.
I am more concerned with the Ravens offensive line.
Okay, why is that?
They started to fall apart there at the end. You got to play a full
Sorta.
game. And you had guys coming into the backfield and giving Jackson fits on a regular basis. He didn't have time really to do much of anything. Anzalone was in his face. The other-
Hutchison,
in his face. Everybody was in his face, and he was getting got. Usually, you used to seeing him scrambled, do a little something and run.
Yeah.
There was a couple times he should have it was funny how everybody was like yelling for Goff when he had that one play where he could have run, but then he found a way to throw it. And everybody's like, oh, what are you doing? Run. And everybody's like, that's not Lamar Jackson. That's Jared Goff. That's probably not a good idea for him.
Like the same way Giants fans used to yell about Eli Manning. Whenever he'd get out of the pocket, right. Yeah.
So,
exactly.
but back to that defense just made it impossible for Lamar Jackson to be comfortable later in the game. So I really look to that O-line collapse as the bigger problem. Now, Derrick Henry, yes, he dropped the ball, but also some of the reason that he only had 50 yards on 12 carries was, I think also part of the collapse of the offensive line. Now, him dropping the ball is on him.
Sure.
That is something that I don't know what is up with. I mean, you're supposed to have a death grip on that ball, expecting that guys are going to be punching at that ball as you run from the front as well as behind. And he looked despondent. He just looked like just completely beside himself. And I appreciate that he apologized to his teammates and coaches, but every game you have dropped a ball. Okay, fumbles happen, but this is a repeat problem that needs to be addressed. Whatever you need to do to fix it, you got to fix it, Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry could have been the difference between a win and a loss had he been playing up to his standards. So now you got to look at this. Was the Lions defense just so devastating against the run? Was the Ravens offensive line starting to kind of fall apart and it didn't make it easy for the run? Are you going to sit there and look at Derrick Henry and say, yeah, it's not just the fact he dropped the ball. He's just not running as effectively and efficiently as he has. These are the questions, Harris. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Detroit had 7 tackles for loss, or 7 sacks and 6 tackles for loss. Sacking Lamar Jackson, who's probably the best quarterback in terms of getting out of pressure in the whole NFL, is no joke. That guy.
I asked you about Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah, you were asking.
The focus is on that.
Right. I think the thing about Derrick Henry, which I was going to get to, is it's more on the offensive line than it is Derrick Henry. So
okay, that's what I was kind of feeling too.
Yeah.
And that's that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But everybody's like, oh, Derrick Henry's no good.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that at all, man. I mean, I think both overall, this is just their O-line got really punished. I mean, absolutely, really, really punished. You give up 7 sacks to Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's a quarterback that was not often getting sacked last year. He was able to get out of a lot of pressures. Yeah, just sacked on 11% of his pressures. I got the numbers right here. That is the second least in the NFL last year.
Think about that, though, Harris. You got one guy who's usually breaking through and coming at you, right?
Right.
But he had 2. He had to deal with Hutchinson. He had to deal with Anzalone. He had to deal with a bunch of other guys. And that entire defensive line for the Lions was brushing aside the Ravens offensive linemen.
2.5 sacks for Muhammad. Anzalone was everywhere. You mentioned he had 4 tackles. Jack Campbell, a sack, tackle for loss. Derek Barnes, Brian Branch.
Everybody took a turn.
It was just a team effort. Everyone was getting destroyed, which so unlike this Ravens offensive line. That's been like what? The best in football these last 4 years. They've kept Lamar protected. They last year were, you could say the catalyst of the best run game in the entire NFL last year. I mean, this is 5.9 yards per carry as a team. They were breaking records. So uncharacteristically bad game for a great offensive line. Detroit, that front 7 looks awesome. Hutchinson punching the ball out of Derrick Henry. That was more so just a heck of a play than it was Derrick Henry. Like the ball's right there. It's firmly gripped. I think the left tackle, the right tackle got beat, and then bam, he just punched it out. So
it was a great play, but I don't think Derrick Henry had a complete grip on that ball, and he didn't have it in the correct place to carry. But he was also worrying more about what was in front of him, had no idea what was behind him.
Yeah, in hindsight, you can't say that. You should probably have the ball on the outside as opposed to the inside.
Yep.
Right? So, yeah, I think I still buy the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is a good time to buy low on them. They've played a tough schedule.
So the question is it because the defense is so damn good for the Lions, or because the offensive line is not as good as it used to be for the Ravens?
I don't think it's any of that. I think it's this Ravens defense has problems.
Well, but Ravens defense isn't on the field when Lamar Jackson is getting sacked 7 times.
Right. But
That's the offensive line for the Ravens.
Lamar still had 288 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Ravens still scored 30 points. When you score 30 points.
Okay, so that was like first couple 3 quarters, right? After that, it was that last part where their defense kept hammering, but the offensive line for the Ravens disintegrated.
Yeah, they did. They wore down, I think is a good way to describe it. Like,
wore down.
You think they'd have more stamina, and then they just kind of fell apart a little bit.
It was a home game even.
Yeah.
Moist One says Jack Campbell anchoring the D and Jared Goff looking amazing. Lions are going to go far with Jack and Goff.
They are, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, nicely done. Swave Dave says, I had Montgomery in my lineup for the first 2 weeks, and then I bench him this week for another running back who's showing more promise. And then I got the booby prize for the highest scoring running back on the bench. Well, yeah, we've all been there, pal. We've all been there.
For once, they thought Moist One was saying a legit comment, and then you...
No. I appreciate it because there's nothing wrong with what he said when he says the Lions are going to go far with Jack and Goff.
Yep.
So against spread says Lions had 2 individual soul-destroying drives on Baltimore's defense. Each one was 95 yards and took like 9 minutes each drive. Detroit dominated the game. They dominated the later part of the game.
Yeah.
That's what I think. They dominated the later part of the game because the score did not show domination. And it didn't show it at the end. It's 38-30. I know it felt like that because of the ending of the game. That last quarter, it just looked like the Lions probably were up 68 points to 2. That's how bad that last quarter looked. Swuzman says, Jeffrey, my client who works at the Phoenix Children's Hospital, says these are the 3 dogs. You did a photo shoot. Well, I didn't do a photo shoot. Says you can see HP, Half Pint, Ollie, and Lola. I don't know what you're trying to tell me right now because your text fell apart. I'll be honest, but I'm always going to show you pictures of cute dogs. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
That is professional pictures of these dogs.
That is professional. Look at the one on the right.
Very, very cute. Well, this one looks like he did something. He's worried somebody's about to find out. The white one. The black one looks like he's like, I know what this other dog did, but I ain't saying nothing. And the one in the middle is sticking his tongue out. I don't know if it's because he has no teeth or if he's just, got an attitude, but those are some good dogs.
Maybe
right there.
both.
Thank you for sharing pictures of the pooches there, Swuzman. Hefty Lefty says that hit on Henry to cause the fumble made the Ravens fans say, ow, ow, ow. I didn't hear Derrick Henry, and it looked like when he went to the bench and flopped down, almost like he was about to have some sort of a temper tantrum, you could almost hear him say, ow, ow, ow. Of course, Harris, hold on, Harris, hold on. I just realized what a mistake that was. Because Ralph is on the phone, and I'm not going to just sit here and talk to myself. So here's what we're going to do. It is time. That is your cue to call in and win and be caller number 11. But we're going to take our break early so that Harris can sort through the calls as fast as he can and hopefully in time for us to come back after the break. So good luck, everybody. That was your cue to call in and win the tickets for the country music version of the Innings Festival. That's right. Extra Innings, February 27th and 28th. Be caller 11 right now. 1580, The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Extra Innings Festival with performances by Luke Bryan, Kane Brown, Hardy, Dierks Bentley, Jesse Murph, and many more. Friday and Saturday, February 27th and 28th at Tempe Beach Park. There will be exciting activities and special appearances by MLB legends. Be listening for this sound on the Daily Blender weekdays 3 till 6.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
When you hear it, call in and win. Or score your tickets now at inningsfestival.com/extra. AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. 2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
Hey guys, Jason McCourty here. As a 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion, it's all about preparation. My playbook: read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
The Weekend Warriors, taking sports talk radio to a new dimension. Listen to Ralph, Neil, Phil, and guests break down the news.
Isn't that what everybody wants?
The games.
If you like the NFL, this is your shot.
The matchups.
This will be the last year I think we'll ever see one 3,000 strikeout player, much less two facing each other.
The Weekend Warriors.
We are known to chant as well.
Weekends on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Yeah, you got disconnected from your winner there, didn't you, Harris? Put that back up. Let's hear that heartbreaking sound that Harris just heard. Yeah. Nice. There you go. That's the sound of a phone that's been hung up on. You just tell me who the winner is then. Did you get their information?
His name is Max.
I can't hear you.
So his name is Max.
Max?
Yeah,
Okay.
Max. I was going to get more from him, but unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Max, call back. So now everybody's going to call and say,
Max.
I'm Max. I'm Max. I'm Max.
So what should we do now? Should we
Well,
make it
let
the
Max
12th
call
caller?
back. You keep an eye on the phone there. And see what happens when you get Max. People, let's be honest. Don't be calling and harassing Harris as we're trying to get that winner back on the line. That's all right. Well, Max, you've won the tickets. Hopefully you can get yourself back on the line here.
Yeah, I don't have his phone number.
Well,
And
I
so
know
I'm not
that.
gonna
So
know.
watch for the phone to ring and answer it.
No,
He'll call
it's-
back.
It's ringing like crazy.
Well, then I'm sorry. This is your punishment for
Everyone's
losing the
Max.
call. So just
Ask
you
for
know,
ID.
You know what? If you want me to do it, I'll do it. Just go ahead. Just here's how you bring somebody live on the air immediately. You just hit the top button and have the phone.
Yeah, I did that.
Let's do it. Let me talk to him. Next person, next caller. Go ahead. Hit the button.
Next caller.
Yeah,
Okay.
hit the button. All right. So let me know you hit. I'll show you how this is done.
No.
If he can figure out how to put the damn callers up. No, I didn't say. Okay.
You already blew it.
All you had to do is just hit the top button, and then they would be live on air. So hit the top blinking button.
They should be live on air now.
Hi, who's this? Don't swear. Who's this?
This is the Jet.
Hey, the Jet. You're not the guy who won, so get off my phone. Nice to talk to you. Next, hit the next button. Hit the next button. Just keep going until we find Max again. See, Harris is being trained as we go. Okay, there's nobody there. Next
That
one.
was Max.
Every time you see a blinking button, just hit it and have the phone volume up so I can hear it. Oh, brother.
This is a disaster.
Yeah. It's fun to watch him think, though, isn't it? All right, Harris, you can just do this off air now. This did not work the way I'd hoped it would.
Okay.
Is there's nobody there anymore?
there's still people calling.
Okay, so look at me. Turn the phone pot all the way up. I want to hear it. Okay. And then just hit the top button on number 1. Just do it.
Okay.
Just do it now. Hit the button. We can do this. Hey, it's 15A the Fanatic. Don't swear. Who's this?
Cabana. It's Max Cabana.
Oh, you liar. It's just Cabana. Get off my phone. Go. Okay, now Harris, just hit number 2. Hit number 2. Hit number 2. All right, 15A the Fanatic. Don't swear. Who's this?
Hi, it's Max.
Hey! Does that sound like the guy?
Harris hung up on me. I said my name was Max. He thought it was Max. And I said, no, it's Max with an X.
Is that right, Harris? Is this the guy?
I didn't think it. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the
but
guy.
then why are you making a face? Just be happy we got him.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. What do you mean you guess?
I didn't know I hung up on him. I thought the call just got disconnected.
Harris, just take accountability and responsibility for your actions.
And I was like yelling, Harris, I'm still here.
Oh, well, hey, you know what, Max? That's my apologies. I'm still trying to learn. So that's my apologies.
I know you've been training.
So,
thanks for understanding.
Max, who are you on the text line, or do you even have a texter nickname?
Oh, it sucks because every time I get off work, I listen to you guys on my way home, and so I don't text and drive.
Hey, listen, I would rather you got home safe, so that's cool. The fact you're listening is great. The fact you're getting home safe, even better. Thank you for being a part of the show, Max.
Yeah, of course. I love you guys, and I wish Randy was on too, but I know he's on vacation, even though everyone asks you where he's at.
Well, he's not on vacation. He just takes day vacations. They're more like maybe I drank too much vacations, that sort of thing.
Nice, me too.
But I'll tell him you said hi, and congratulations on winning these tickets to go to the extra innings. It's the cowboy country music part of that. You cool with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I would have been good with either.
All right. That's cool, man. Good for you. Well, listen, thank you so much for listening and being a part of the show, even though it's just with your ear holes. We do appreciate it. So stay on the line, though, Max. And if he hangs up on you, I might fire him. But stay on the line, and Harris is going to get the final pieces of the information that we need to make sure you get these tickets, okay?
All right, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Hit hold, Harris, and then please get his information before we lose him. Thank you. Harris has been doing fine. Harris has been doing a good job.
Till now.
No, that's not on him.
Come on.
Hey, can you hear me?
I asked him to do something that we don't normally do. Well, first off, we don't normally even ever answer phones.
True. That's
so
very true.
he's getting trial by fire on that. I, having been a former music DJ.
Is this Max?
Oh, he's left his mic on.
I think he lost Max.
You got him. I being a former music DJ, I'm used to doing contests like this and doing the phone and getting people going. That was fun for me back in the day. I used to do an all request show on a music station, and I loved it. I would take tons of phone calls.
I still think you should do that in the show.
You know what, though? Again, people like Max, great call. Other people who have called in, Cabana and Jet, yeah, they know the drill, so they're having fun with it.
Right.
But it's just when you get to that guy, my name is Bob, and I just long-time listener, first-time caller. It's just awkward as hell.
Yeah.
Text line is way better. We can get more people's opinions and thoughts and whatever they want to say out quicker that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
But it is fun every now and then.
And people will be more aggressive in text.
That's true. They will tell you off in text and be like, I love you guys.
Yeah.
I've had people who just rip me a new one on a regular basis on the text line, and we meet them at a remote broadcast. They're like, oh, shucks. It's like, well, I thought this was going to be a throwdown. What happened?
What happened?
I love your show. And that's fine. And yes, Thundar the Santa Barbarian is correct. Harris did look very confused, but that's kind of his go-to face. You know how some people have resting bitch face? Harris has resting what face?
What's he got on his neck?
Huh?
You see his neck?
Yeah, he's wearing a necklace.
No. He's got like a.
Does he have a hickey?
Yeah, it's a hickey. Hickey. He's got a Hicks hickey.
I'll zoom in. There
Look
it is.
At that.
Right there. Do you have
I
a
hope his
hickey?
girlfriend gave him that. Nobody else.
Wow. You know what I have? I got a manly mark. You want to see this manly mark?
I'm not really sure.
It's on my arm.
Okay.
This is a I'm very pale. Hold on.
Yeah,
See that?
you are. Oh yeah, what is that?
That's a
Burn.
bacon. That's a making bacon injury. I was
Yeah.
doing some bacon, and I got a little cover for the pan so it doesn't spit at me because the pig gets mad and wants to fight back, and I don't want to get burned by the grease splatter, right? So I got a cover for that. It's really cool, and I had it there, and I was just kind of moving it aside because I was like, "What's going on there?" And I accidentally touched the grease splatter cover on my arm, which was just as hot as the pan, and so
that hurt.
Yeah, it was not fun. I put an ice pack on it, and yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, so yes, that's if you're going to get hurt, it may as well be in the act of making bacon.
Literally, yeah.
Moist One says, "Shh, his girlfriend's not supposed to know about the hickey."
His face kind of looked like that, didn't it?
We'll get an answer.
We might have outed him.
You know, it's funny. It's going to be even worse. He's going to be like, "It was my curling iron." Average Joe wants to know, can I call in and curse out Ralph? No, we can't have people swearing on the radio. Let's see. Against the Spread says, hold on. I'm going to wait to read your text till he's back. He's sitting there having he's made a lifelong friend, I think, in this long ass conversation with the listener. Harris's dad wants to know if he can call in sometime. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'd like to hear that.
I feel like you'd be liquored up.
I'd love for him to call in.
Well, then maybe we'll let him give a call.
I think
But
that would be
anyways,
great.
are we all straight with Max?
All straight.
Okay. And
Got all
don't
this
forget to
information.
email me all the winners' information.
Yes. I got it
Okay.
all down.
All right. So now I'll get to that text for Against the Spread. He says, Triple H, we got a big time showdown Saturday in college football. Many epic matchups are on the menu to pick.
my gosh,
Friday
yeah.
should be live for Hicks Picks. By the way, I was Edna on the phone. Did you get a fault? He pretended to be Edna.
Edna?
Says, get some better music, please. Your segment, maybe a little DMX instrumental. What do you? Oh, you're talking about the Hicks Picks.
Yeah, he's talking about Hicks Picks.
Well, you got to have banjo for the picks. It's the
I
Hicks
value
Picks.
Against the Spread's opinion very heavily, but I love the banjos, man. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll
I don't know
get
if
the
I
right
want to switch the
banjos.
music.
That one you had last week was brutal. It was brutal. I checked out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
I thought it was pretty awesome.
It
but
was like John Tesh learned
me.
how to play the banjo.
Yeah,
was
it
it
was
really?
just.
That's
yeah.
it. That's Randy's job. Randy's usually the one that gets the.
Yeah,
Gets
his
the
is
music.
better.
Thundar, the Santa
Okay.
Barbarian says,
Okay, Ralph.
question for Ralph. How do you feel about the current postseason standings for the National League West?
I'm trying to think. How am I going to feel about it? The Dodgers are going to the division. That's good. Padres probably finished their second. That's good. Yeah.
He doesn't feel any sort of way about it, I guess.
I mean, if you're asking me how I feel about the National League playoff seedings, I feel really good. I'm glad the Dodgers won't get a bye. I want them to keep playing. So I'm really happy about that.
Are they on a good trajectory right now?
They're playing better. They just took 3
Good
out of 4
streak?
from San Francisco. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they're playing better. They still have some issues, but they need to get them solved in the next couple weeks. It's all bullpen. It's the bullpen's having the issues.
If the Diamondbacks win the series over the Dodgers, are you then concerned?
No, not at all. The Dodgers right now are auditioning. I said this on the show the other day. They're auditioning for playoff roster right now, where teams like the Diamondbacks are trying to get in the playoffs, right? So that's the difference. So right now he's trying to figure out.
So
who is
he's
he gonna-
changing his lineups and trying to experiment.
He's playing with the bullpen to try to figure out who's going to
Okay.
be his bullpen. So
Gotcha.
it doesn't matter who the Dodgers, if they win tonight and tomorrow, they've clinched the West and it's done, right? The Padres have fallen on their faces. They're playing terrible.
Well,
So
I mean, that's all legitimate, and just try not to be such a doucheburger about it. You know what I mean? You don't got to crap on the Diamondbacks.
No,
just
I've
you know,
said nice things about Diamondbacks. I'm glad they got to play.
Not
the
on
young
this show
guys.
you haven't.
So
No, my
nice.
show though. But I mean, I think it's good. I like that the young guys are getting in and playing, and I think they played really good ball the last month.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to
So
see how it goes, but
passive-aggressive.
I'm not going to be upset either way.
I
It's
like
just-
that the young guys are getting involved. It should be a good opportunity for them. I know
Well,
where
it's
you're
true.
coming from, Ralph. I know it.
Yeah, you're.
I know your games.
I like that you're getting involved. You should have the opportunity before you're axed.
Thundar, the Santa Barbarian says, Ralph, do you know how hard it is to get a Dodger question past Jeffrey? Work with me here.
Well, if you listen on
Uh,
Sundays, you have the opportunity to ask Dodger questions.
On Sundays.
On Saturdays, I'm sorry. Our first
You said
segment
Sundays.
I know, I meant Saturday.
Your
Our
best shows occur on Sundays.
Our first segment is usually MLB, so we like to do that.
All right. Well, let's get back to the NFL instead. So here's the update. We talked about this earlier. The Cardinals have placed James Conner on injured reserve, but he's out for the season, right?
Yeah, he's gone for the year.
That ankle is the end of that. Cardinals are going to sign an old lineman, DeMontre Jacobs. They're going to bring him in on their 53-man roster. I guess there's no good running backs, I guess.
Never
there.
heard of him.
The Giants, Tyrone Tracy is out 2 to 4 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. So if you have Cam Scatterbu, I think that's a good play if you don't have anybody better. I mean, if you've got better seasoned running backs, stick with them. But if you, like, I've got a position that is kind of shaky, I'd throw him in there in a heartbeat. Matt, I might see if Randy will trade him to me.
You got a rookie quarterback against the New Orleans Saints who aren't necessarily going to be lighting up a scoreboard. I'd imagine they're going to be running the football a heck of a ton with Cam Scatterbu. I think he's going to get north of 20 carries.
Giants will be his team.
Yeah.
It'll be his team that day.
That's why.
Mike Evans has mild to moderate hamstring strain. What else is new?
He always does, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how many games he'll be out, but I mean, he missed 3 games in 2019. He missed 1 in 2021. And listen, I've had hamstring injury, and they can be nagging, and they can be aggravating. They do. They mess you up, and sometimes you think you've got it sorted out. Okay, I'm good. No, I don't. So, I sympathize with Mike Evans, but it makes it really hard to count on him.
Yeah. Wanted to clarify, they're actually playing the Saints in 2 weeks. They're playing the Chargers this weekend. So
I know you keep telling us
ended
about
up
the
getting
Saints.
that mixed up. This is on me.
I blame Harris.
And I still think Cam Scatterbu is going to get north of 20 carries against the Chargers.
Isn't
that nuts? His first start is against possibly the best defense in the NFL. That's like putting a cub ready to be slaughtered by a horde of lions.
How much did they pay Russell Wilson?
Apparently too much.
Giants going to do what Giants are going to do, huh?
And
it's not his fault.
No.
How is it not his fault?
Have you seen Daniel? Have you seen what Daniel Jones has done since he left?
Yeah.
I'd say it's not his fault.
Well, then somebody got to do something. But they needed to do something 5 years ago.
More like these last 30 years.
Daboll got go bye-bye. That's a given.
There you go.
Terry McLaurin, they're not sure if he's going to play or not. He's got that quad injury. So I don't know who's the I mean,
cares.
Without Terry McLaurin, who are the receivers for Washington?
Debo Samuel, Diami Brown, probably.
Is he back to form? Debo Samuel?
Debo's look good.
He's back to form, but he looks good.
All right. So remember that amazing play by Jordan Davis where he blocks a field goal, dives over the thing, pushes a guy out of the way and grabs the ball and takes it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They clocked him at 18.59 miles an hour. That is faster than Harris. That is faster than Ralph. That is faster than me. That was that was for that big a kid. Oh my gosh. 330 pounds. That is the fastest top speed by any player since 2017 of that size.
So he's been everywhere these first 3 games. He won them that game against the Rams, and he looked great these other 2 games they have. And you think about it, he was a top 11 pick in the NFL draft. He's 6'1", 340, 350 pounds out of Georgia.
6'6",
or 6'6", 341. Yeah. And so, I mean, man, he's got every physical trait. The only thing that was holding him back was, is he in physical, complete game shape? Because when you bring a guy like Vic Fangio in, conditioning's going to get tougher. You're going to need to have more stamina. And now you don't know if Jordan Davis had that for all downs. He has more stamina. He lost 35 pounds in the offseason. So he's come in with way more speed. He's able to play a lot more and be effective all 3 downs now. And the Eagles have got something there in Jordan Davis. He's a freak of an athlete.
Man, he's probably going to be too tired to play next week after that run.
He's
still after that.
19 miles an hour at 6'6", 340. You're kidding me. What is going on, man? Some of these freaks, it's like, where'd you even come from? 6'6", 350 running he ran a 4.840, by the way, in the combine. That's definitely faster than Ralph and Jeffrey. I don't know if it's faster than me. I'm not sure if it's
I'm a 4.75.
No, I'll be faster than Ralph.
I don't know.
Well, I bet 10 years ago I ran a 40 against another radio host, and it was way faster.
You know what? With the day that I go and throw the baseball, you two got a race.
Throws a
I ain't
big
racing
word.
anymore. I'm too old for that now. I know Ralph is too old for that. So Jake Browning is 30th in the NFL in passes thrown, but he's first in interceptions. Way to go, Bengals!
How many does he have?
Okay, so let's see here. I had the number here. Let's see, 5 interceptions after throwing 59 passes.
Wow, he passed Geno.
But yeah, wow. None of the quarterbacks who have thrown more passes than him have thrown as many interceptions. And he's thrown interceptions on an NFL high 8.5% of his passes.
Justin Herbert threw 3 picks all year last year.
I mean, that
for
game
context,
was a disaster, though. So
it's horrible.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, Jake Browning's going to be fine. Well, we're going to be great." No, you're not.
He's a good
him.
quarterback. I mean, that was just he had a bad game.
I defended him. I take responsibility here, but I still think Jake Browning's going to be good.
I do not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. By the way, you keep bringing up the Saints, but the Saints now are set to be the biggest underdog that they've been since 1975.
Oh, gosh.
When they host the Bills.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. They're going to the Bills.
Oh.
They have the Bills favored by 16.5 points.
Oh.
NFL points.
For an NFL spread, that's
well, I mean, Seattle
that is the
was
largest point spread this season and tied for the 9th largest point spread since 2020.
What's the
Seattle was up
biggest?
28-0 before they could blink. I mean, they were 21. It was bad. They're terrible.
Man alive.
What's
It
the
was ugly.
biggest NFL point spread ever? I'm looking at that to see.
I
what
don't
we
have
here.
the biggest ever. I only cared about recently. I think
Oh my gosh. October of 2013, the Broncos with Peyton Manning were favored by 26 points against Jacksonville.
that tracks. No, that sounds right.
26 points.
Did they make the spread on that?
know.
What was the actual score on that game?
Let's see. I'm about to find out.
13-3.
Find out.
Ringless Joe, just for whatever reason, says the conversation is settled. Goff is more elite than Lamar Jackson. Nobody's
No,
even
I don't
talking
think
about that right now, Ringless Joe. And no, Goff is not more elite than Lamar Jackson. This has more to do with offensive lines than it does Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson played some really sharp football for a lot of that until his O-line collapsed. After that, Jared Goff would do worse. If you had switched the quarterbacks behind the offensive line, Lamar Jackson would have ran up the score, and Jared Goff would just look confused with his mouth open. So he'd look like he always does.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to ignite a discussion that just isn't there. By the way, the Broncos won the game against the Jags. They did not cover the spread. They won by 18 points.
Close.
16 points, actually.
Moist One says the Mets and the Reds are still losing. They're both losing.
Oh, close. It's getting close.
You could have a three-way
Diamondbacks are
tie.
kind of rolling.
The Diamondbacks can pull out a win today. You have a 3-day tie.
That
three-day
is
tie.
insane. Never in a million years would I have thought we'd
makes for a fun last week.
That it does, man. Heck yeah.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, we've got on this date in big Georgia sports history and I don't know, something else. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender?
Radio and the internet.
Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
1580 The Fanatic is giving you the chance to experience Innings Festival with performances by
Blake 182, 21 Pilots, Mumford & Sons, Cage the Elephant, Sublime, and many more.
February 20th through the 22nd at Tempe Beach Park. Listen for this sound to win your way in.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
On the Daily Blender, weekdays 3 till 6. You can also score your own tickets now at inningsfestival.com/innings. Innings Festival, February 20th through the 22nd, Tempe Beach Park.
You buckle them in, but are they really protected? In Arizona, child passenger safety starts with the right car seat. Double check that your child is in the proper seat based on their age and size, and that it's correctly installed. The wrong fit or a loose seat can put your child at serious risk. Need help installing your car seat? Certified technicians can help for free. Learn more at gohs.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Hi, I'm Shannon Estes, president of CMI Gold and Silver. For more than 100 years, the motto "Be Prepared" has been a sound piece of advice. You can become financially prepared and diversify your portfolio with the wealth-preserving power of physical gold and silver. These precious metals have been used to store wealth for thousands of years. Take a dollar bill and cut it into 100 pieces. It is now worthless. Take a piece of gold or silver and cut it into 100 pieces. It still retains all of its value. My father established CMI Gold and Silver in 1973. Over the past 50 years, we've helped Americans with secure and discreet physical metals transactions. We're family-owned, A+ rated, and trusted by generations. Visit us online at cmigs.com or in person at October's Barrett-Jackson Car Show, October 15th through 18th at Westworld in Scottsdale. Visit our booth to examine and even buy gold and silver products. Get your questions answered in a no-pressure, fun, relaxed environment. Mention Money Radio for a free gift. cmigs.com.
If you're running late to work, speeding may seem like the faster option, but it can actually slow you down. Speeding puts you, your loved ones, and everyone else on the road at risk. It's a dangerous habit that can lead to crashes, fines, and even fatalities. Remember, speeding makes it harder to stop quickly for pedestrians, road crews, or even the unexpected. Speeding is illegal. Slowing down saves lives. For more information, visit slowdown.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time.
Like right now.
Or right now. Or even
now.
Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Baker's Cocky Hens thinks that Goff's best work was in the movie The Notebook.
No. Does look a little like him. Good movie.
Kinda, like if you close one eye and cross the other. Yeah, I guess it kind of looks that way. Or if you have a few shots of Harris's dad's moonshine, then definitely looks like, what's that guy's name again? Ryan
Notebook?
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling, yeah.
Yeah, that's well, now you can't unsee it, can you?
Yeah.
You can't unsee it.
It's a good movie.
Oh, shut up, Harris. Jeez, that's a chick flick.
Yeah, I watched it with.
Of course, you saw that and none of the good sports movies. Because here's the thing: your excuse for not seeing the sports movies is like, "Well, I'm always watching sports." Then we bring up The Notebook. Oh, I've seen it so many times, dude. You have exposed yourself and your mustache.
Sure.
Wow.
Well, I have exposed myself. I don't quite know what to say.
Well, that's probably why you were thrown out of school. 888-368-1580. Against the Spread says, Triple H, I believe you can block game-winning kick and scoop and score from 60 yards out. You have the stamina. Oh, yeah, he definitely has the stamina.
He has stamina, absolutely, against the spread. Yeah.
Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says, unfortunately, I can attest to the fact that in fantasy football, 16.7 points from Jared Goff is definitely not as elite as the 30-plus points that Lamar Jackson put up. It's too bad, because if Goff was putting up those numbers against a tougher team, I might actually delude myself into thinking my current standing in the Premier League actually meant something. He just wants me to say that he's in first place, has knocked Harris out of the first position in Premier League.
He's like
with
2 points ahead of me, I think.
That's still in the lead.
Yeah, he is.
Thundar, the Santa Barbarian.
No, I knocked him out because I beat Harris.
Did you?
Yeah.
He did beat me. I'm not going to look at the camera.
I'm not going to look at the
I don't
camera.
want to face
Here,
it.
I'll fix this. Hold on here. That'll do it. There we go. Sorry, Ralph.
better.
I don't know how to help you in
That's
this.
better.
All I can see is you.
Oh, God, we're up close. Okay, I must apologize to everybody trying to drive home and not know what the hell we're doing. We're like little kids playing with toys a lot, kind of like when I do this with the microphone and I make Harris think that something is wrong. He starts to worry. That's the same thing with the camera. So I apologize. Moist One says, don't talk crap about Nicholas Sparks. Who's Nicholas Sparks?
I have no idea.
Let me guess. Is that character's name in the Notebook?
I don't think so.
By the way, I had to watch that at Wife Point, and let me just tell you something.
I think he wrote the Notebook.
That
Yeah, he did.
gives unrealistic expectations to women everywhere. Nick, if that's
Yes,
the
that's
author
so
of that
true.
should be deported to Venezuela. Because here's the thing. Because now women were looking at men like, oh, if I break up with you, you must build me a house. Guess what's not happening if you dump me? I am never building you a house. Ever. That is it.
Yeah.
So, that movie is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then old James Garner gets to play older Gosling. Doesn't look a thing like him. But then again, who does look like they looked like they're young? But come on, James Garner, Ryan Gosling, not even close. But then they Alzheimer's die in their beds, and it's like, oh, it's so romantic. They died together. It's like, we didn't need that part of the movie.
It's a beautiful story. I think that part's good. But you know what?
Don't use that word. Not.
You made a point when you said that this is just enhanced women's expectations way too much. It has, because now they look at that and say, "Huh, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing
you dumped
this?"
me? Guess what? You're now homeless. I ain't building you a house. Bye. Guess you're renting. Just aggravates me, that movie. Just aggravates me.
I think it's a good movie overall. But that part I can agree with. The Alzheimer's story, it's touching. It's touching.
Stop talking.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just stop.
Sometimes you don't have to say everything.
You're killing yourself.
Yeah.
Every word.
The estrogen is bubbling up too.
Yeah, it's
Oh
bubbling
my
out your
gosh.
areolas.
You're gonna what?
That was a mental picture nobody needed, Ralph. We talked about how Tom Brady got kind of in trouble for making that comment on air about the dog kicking. Here's what he said. He said, those helmets can be like, it's like the dog at home. Kick the dog, throw the helmet, do whatever it takes when you're frustrated. Because he was talking about how somebody threw their helmet down. He did not literally mean go and kick a dog. It was just a phrase back when Ralph and I were younger. They would get thrown out, because there are some people who would do that, go out and kick a dog and make them feel better. But guess what else happened? They were arrested.
That's right.
So, but it was just a phrase, a figure of speech. I do not believe in any universe Tom Brady is kicking dogs. He's a nerd and an old softy. You know what I mean? You see him walking his little teeny dog as much as you see him walking the big dog. So, and by the way, that big dog, if you ever kick that dog, God help you. I think it's a pit bull. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with pit bulls.
Harris, your dad wants to come to Scottsdale and grill for us, I think.
Does he really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Let me show you. He's actually got something grilling right now. He says, can I bring this expertise to Scottsdale? Nobody'd say no to that.
That's some thick meat.
By the way, that is the worst Photoshop job where you have tried to crop out whatever is in the background you don't want people to see.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
There we go.
I don't know why he photoshopped it, but
That's some
he
thick
does
steak
grill
right
all
there.
the time. Yeah,
Hopefully that wasn't one of your, pets.
it could be. It could
Bessie?
be one of the
Bessie?
chickens.
Yeah. Bessie, come here.
Bessie.
Oh. By the way, those I'll be honest. I hope some of them are rare. You know what I'm saying? What's your dad cook them at? Was he cook them at?
Usually he cooks them at rare, but he
Oh,
actually
yeah.
I'd like to see. He would know better.
Well done.
Rare, medium rare. No, shut up,
Well
Ralph.
done. Well done. That's how I eat my meat.
Well done.
You can put your meat in your
Nothing wrong with
mouth.
that.
You do whatever you want. but
165 degrees.
The rest of us, please, rare or at the very least, medium rare. Thank you.
Yeah.
Them look like some nice chunks of
They're thick.
cow.
Those are really
Harris's
thick.
dad. Yeah, they were nice and thick. Let's get this going before we run out of time. It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1950, Wilford Wizard White opened the second half at BYU with a 68-yard cutback touchdown, finishing with 3 total touchdowns and rushing for 236 yards. The first 200-plus rushing game in Arizona State University history. That's right. It's all about ASU. ASU won 41-13. Nice. And then Wizard White rushed for over 200 yards, twice more over the next month. So this wasn't a fluke. 1950, Wilford Wizard White was a man in Tempe.
And a great nickname.
Wizard. It's spelled great too.
Yeah.
Wizzard. So it's like whiz. Wizard.
I don't think he played in the NFL, right?
Anything's better than being called Wilford, I think.
Yeah, Wilford.
Although that is kind of a cool name. I don't know. Like Wilford Brimley, diabetes.
Wilford, Harold.
Do we have any Wilfords listening?
No.
You don't know that.
No one calls their kid Wilford anymore.
Wilford. Yeah, that is kind of a dying
There's
breed.
always someone.
That's like Agnes or,
Agnes,
Edna.
Alice.
Those
If
names
you
go
name
away.
somebody Agnes, they better grow up to be the
Betty.
hottest chick you've ever
Have you
seen.
ever seen a hot Agnes?
Or
Beatrice.
a librarian.
Beatrice. That's
Beatrice.
a librarian name.
Well, then you call her B.
Betty.
Betty's
Betty.
a dying name,
I
but that's a
I
good
dated
name.
a Beatrice.
You really?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? All the stereotypes?
No, she was 4'11". That was the issue.
Oh, that was the issue.
It's good to put your drinks on her, but other than that,
I've learned
Can't
they
even
do not
hide it.
appreciate that.
yeah, that was my freshman girlfriend.
Moist one, I can't read that.
Go figure.
The chosen one is sending me memes. He said, okay, keep in mind, now everybody is putting up these pictures of the CBS NFL show crew. Well, they did like a 70s throwback for the celebration of the anniversary of the football show on CBS. And so they all dressed up from the 70s and stuff like that. So now people are acting like, oh, no, this is how they really are. It says, whoever Nate Burleson's barber is needs to be arrested and charged with a crime. Well, this is not how he looks all the time. So I don't know that that's fair. It's kind of cool.
I was going to say, that's very cool.
It's kind of cool when you can do that kind of stuff with your facial hair. But I think
Very
that's
70s.
That's probably just movie makeup right there.
And look at the hair, too.
Yeah, well, the hair, yeah, there was a couple of, I don't think they did like that in the 70s.
It'd be better if he had the whole fro going on.
Like
Yeah, that, like a big old.
Yeah, that would look good with that, with those little chops.
Yeah,
Little
but
lamb chops.
remember, listen, we were
Kareem
kids in the
kinda.
70s, and not everybody had a fro. Sometimes there was
A lot of
there
people
was
did.
some fun stuff.
It was either
you know.
a fro or a Jerry curl.
Do you have a fro, Ralph?
Do you see a fro?
I
know if you did
remember
when you were a kid.
when I did stand up, my first place I ever did stand up comedy was Chili Charlie's in Mesa. It was across from MCC. It was right next to the like a print shop. And then there was Chili Charlie's, which was a kind of a greasy spoon restaurant and stuff. And the owner was the first white man I ever came across with a giant fro
Oh my gosh.
in 1989. And I was just like, Frank, how? He goes, I'm Jewish. Oh, why are you whispering that? I don't understand.
I'm Jewish.
But yeah, it was a great
Had a
great
two-fro.
bar.
You know-
it was a great place to go. And anybody remembers the old Chili Charlie's, that's where I got my start. Kiss the Cook says the Notebook is touching. He says me in the shower, that's touching. Okay, I didn't need to know that.
Wow.
Moist one says the Guardians now lead the AL Central. Wow.
That's crazy.
See, how do you give me that text right after a Bonnie Blue text? What? I just, listen, we
You
gotta
never
go.
know.
Back tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Good night, everybody.
1580 The Fanatic is giving